Welcome back to Forgotten World Adventures, where a bunch of me and my nerdy friends get together and play D&D. Let's see. Last week we
Just killed a bunch of goblins, right?
yeah, we made our way up into the mountains. You guys had
We
come
played
out of
Fire Emblem for one whole fight.
uh, we had just left from a pretty highly magical city in Orsina, and teleported over here at a hefty cost. But you guys didn't have to worry about that since that's covered by your good friend Credence.
Our Swedish Canadian Tendrugi.
Making your way up into the mountain, you guys came into a canyon. That was very loud.
I should have opened it.
Sorry. You guys made your way into a canyon and were attacked by a rather large group of goblins that seem to probably be defending their territory more than anything. But
Yeah, ballistas.
they definitely made their way. They definitely made their attack first on you guys, so whatever. But you guys stepped in, you guys fought through as Josh. Funny observation that we basically played Fire Emblem, but
It was beautiful, and all I can say, it happened exactly like I did, which means no one died, so I didn't have to restart.
that's good. All right, yeah. So at this point, you guys had just killed everything off, and we're still in the canyon. What you can see, I mean, you've got obviously the canyon floor now covered in a lot of blood. Some ballistas that are a little bit busted up after having other ballistas shot into them and such.
Hey, there's still two working actually. Three.
We have the one we fired, the one against that, and
We
the
only
one
were
on the
one.
opposite side.
Yeah.
Oh no, the one on the opposite side got a hammer thrown to it, so yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
It
there's
was
only
demolished.
two. Yeah, one is obliterated and the other one was just damaged.
The old Credence wind-up.
Yep. So,
Yep.
at this point, what are you guys gonna do? You
I
guys looting bodies. You guys.
I've already looted the body, got my gold, the longbow.
Key
the
and I
small
were
rapier
still
skull.
away from everyone because we were up on the list I led.
And by everyone, you mean I was also there, and so was Mittens.
Were you? Because I
Yeah.
thought you guys had went down.
I was the one
No,
who-
they climbed their way. They made their way up to
I was
fight.
gonna say, we didn't go down. You shot us down.
Yeah.
Well, you shot me down.
Well, no, I thought after the battle, like we were the only two up there, and you guys had gone down to.
He had walked
Do
back
stuff.
up. Yeah, he'd walked
Did he walk
up.
back up?
Well, no, I had walked up because
You
I was
never
the one who
left.
killed the big bad guy at the very end.
I know, but I thought like at the very end, you guys said you walked back after you killed them to the other group, and we hadn't walked back yet.
I wasn't sure if we were there yet or not.
No idea.
Yeah, we're not there yet.
Okay.
So, you guys are still up on top. Those who survived, you guys all survived. I don't think anybody really got down. Well, Caleb got down. Once.
Yeah.
I was very close.
Yeah, you were really close.
I had 6 at the end of that.
I didn't get
Yeah.
hit at all.
I had 3.
Caleb had 3 hit points. He got downed, revived, hurt really bad, and almost downed again.
I think Nero at this point is going to make his way back to the menagerie of weapons I've learned.
Yeah.
laying across
Actually,
the
that's what you were
battlefield.
saying. You were gonna go back down.
That was
Yeah,
the
I
plan.
gather
I just
your
wasn't
stuff,
sure where
so,
we were in
yeah.
the process.
I'm gonna climb up to where that ballista is that I sleeped, and if any of them survived, Credence is not survived.
Oh no, there's nothing up there.
Okay.
Got a pair of feet with some bones sticking out.
Yeah, there's remnants of bodies. That's about it. There's some pieces of metal and such that you guys could harvest off of ballistas, off the destroyed ballista if you
I'm
want.
good.
But... So, if there's nothing that you guys are super interested in, what you do see around the canyon, you obviously know these guys they haven't just been sitting there the whole time. There are pathways up where those ballistas were at that seem to lead into the mountain. And Credence does let you know, he's like, it's getting quite late, but I'm not sure if I would exactly recommend walking into those places there. This is just a little force compared to what the Goblinville can be like, you know.
Well, can I make a suggestion then?
Yeah.
Well, you see, you have a hammer, and that's an outcropping that can be destroyed. Suddenly, this place is a lot safer than it used to be.
Yeah, you want me to just destroy the rocks, bring them down on all of us.
I look at the
That's
ballista
smart.
that's no longer there. Well, yeah, if we move like a sensible person.
Well, yeah. You're silly. So he's like, I can do it. I'm just going to make it lots more dangerous to walk through the canyon, that's all.
Well, no, if you just destroyed the cave, like,
Oh, the cave.
yeah.
Oh, you said an outcropping, the outcropping of rock that's
Sorry,
in
I
front
meant
of the cave.
I meant more specifically the entrance.
Oh yeah.
Normally
I can
those
do
have
that.
an outcropping on the front of it. That anyway, doesn't matter.
Not exactly sure if I want to do that though. The cave in may not be very wise to be doing.
They will probably have extra exits that they.
The extent of where that cave in's gonna go to could go into my people.
Okay.
But he's worth the risk probably. He takes a moment. You watch him charge up that strength that he has with that with that hammer. Blasts the doors, caving them in. That would be Alan, who is not currently with us yet. He'll be
Evan's
here in a
flying the
minute.
empty chair.
The doorbell.
Sorry, I forgot to mention that he's not with us yet, but he is here now. So yeah, he takes and collapses the doorways. Hello, Alan.
Hello. I'm late.
No, you're good. We were just recapping. Ugh. And Nero is telling
I'm just making suggestions.
Nero is telling Credence he thinks it would be wiser to collapse the caves that are out there, in that canyon where you guys fought.
Mhm.
So yeah, he's going about collapsing the doorways. You okay, Connor?
Yeah, just ran out of instance, so
Oh.
I needed to fill up.
Gotcha.
Doing science.
Just doing science.
Self-experimenting.
I have plenty of cake, so I figured
That's wise.
Alive.
I am still alive.
Yay. All right, cool. So, yeah, he collapses him. You guys hear the deep rumblings of this collapse.
Mm.
Yeah, it actually it's not the it's not an immediate like, oh my gosh, there's horrible danger ahead kind of feeling, but you hear like rocks up above you guys collapse and fall, and there are things that are coming down now at this point.
I made the suggestion we all move before he did this. It just seems like no one
Well,
followed the
move or not,
suggestion.
move or not. You guys are leaving the canyon while he's in there.
Well, assumedly, like,
Retreating to a safe distance. Not necessarily leaving the canyon, just
Right, the canyon is not a safe distance. That's the problem.
oh.
You have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of feet above you of rock that could easily start collapsing down depending on the extent of collapse that's happening.
well, he knew the risks when he did it.
Yes, he did.
Just in case, I'm gonna start my blades on.
So, as things begin to collapse and you start hearing rocks falling, he's like, we need to move.
Ándale, rápido. Nos vamos.
Your turtle. Shellington has found some way to get up on top of the cart and has slapped the horse. And he's like,
Now he's riding the cart.
You can
riding
see,
the cart.
you can see the look of fear in your turtle's eyes as the horse is moving towards. He's like, "Get on the cart, let's go!"
I get on the cart.
I'm on the cart. I get on the cart.
I get on the
Me too.
cart.
Can I get on the cart fancily?
Absolutely, if you would like
Fancily.
you to make
I
me
get
an
on the
acrobatics
cart with
check.
grace.
That still only counts as one.
Do it fancily.
I don't have any phone. 9 plus 4.
Really?
Yeah.
13.
Thanks.
You get on the cart well enough.
Aww.
I'll hop on the cart too, only taking 5 feet of movement.
Yeah. You hop up as gracefully as a mounted rider would.
Mm-hmm.
You guys make it onto the cart as best you can and roll your way out of the canyon as you start hearing a couple of bigger rocks just crash behind. Not like behind you guys is like chasing you down. Just more like there's a few bigger rocks that actually did come tumbling into the canyon. It's not like it would have killed you if you weren't in the in the right lane, but it was a bit scary.
You turn to Nero and he suddenly has sunglasses and a cigar. It's like, it's a lovely sight.
Credence is just like, well, that was fun. Now let's get going. I not exactly sure where the best place to go into in all these places. I'm not normally in the front end of these mountains, though. The safest route. I'd rather be in the cool embrace of my mountains instead of out here exposed to nature. It's getting dark.
Yeah.
Well, then we had caves.
He knew what he was doing when he agreed to destroy them.
I know.
Yeah, but those caves I know are gonna lead somewhere dangerous.
I'm kidding.
Unless you'd like to fight more of those little crawlies.
Jared was pretty fun the first time.
I like your spirit, little birdie. Well, he leads you guys on, and he pulls out this old map out of his pouch. He unfolds it, and all of a sudden, you watch him pull his hammer, and it starts just ignited, and he's using it to light as it's getting darker to see his map.
Peeking over his shoulder. Like, you read it?
I'll cast Produce Flames and hold it in my hand. Give him some light.
That's safer. He puts his hammer down.
Flame is safer than electricity.
Not electricity, burning flaming hammer.
Yeah.
I dropped this, it's heavy. That thing goes out.
I'm sorry, you drop the hammer and
You
what
know,
happens?
I could just cast light on something.
That would work too.
That would be even less dangerous.
I hold a dagger out.
I
Well-
cast light on his
Well,
dagger.
you see, if I take this pistol and fire it, there'll be a quick flash of lights.
I quickly wave the dagger in front of his eyes. Just,
We are all now discussing ways to produce.
I cast
light.
light on his dagger.
All right, so you cast light on the dagger and you hold that up.
Your
He's like,
dagger is close.
"That's the safest one. You can put out the fire. I'd rather keep the
I
map
throw it
safe."
away.
We didn't start the fire.
Yeah. Okay. He consults his map again. If you're looking over, as you said you were, you
well,
can
I'm
see
now
that it's-
I'm now have the light, so
Right.
of course I am.
you can see it's all written in Taijungi, right?
No idea.
Yeah, you've got no idea what's written on it, but you can definitely see that it is all of the mountain range completely mapped road for road that they have that the Taijungi know. And he's just following pathways. It's like, yeah, this would be good, I think. That's the one.
Shellington, make a left.
No, he's not driving anymore. I don't trust the turtle to do more than slap a butt. So, he puts the map away, takes a look, and steers you guys off in the right pathway.
How long does light last?
1 hour.
Yeah,
1
so
hour.
I'm just gonna have this lighted dagger and just
That's
gonna
right.
just kind of juggling this dagger around on it. Like, do we need light up there? Nope, nothing over there.
That was a roper.
Anything over there?
Uh-oh.
Nope, nothing over there.
These, as you guys are following the road, it just keeps climbing and climbing and climbing up and up into the higher parts of this mountain. The air is starting to get a little thin, and it's getting really dark. Sun is completely down at this point. The stars, it is absolutely a sea of twinkling lights above your head. And as that begins to happen, the moon shows, you guys also watch lights that begin to dance in the sky. This haze of green and blue and pink.
Oh, pretty.
And he looks up, he's like, "Yeah, it is pretty. That's every night, if we ever get out of the mountain."
Well, wouldn't it be every night if we stay in the mountains?
I never see it if you're in the mountain. I mean under the mountain, in the rocks.
He means in the cave system.
Yeah,
Mm.
home.
Inside can't see it. Outside can see it.
Anyways. It's a few hours that you guys travel, and finally you make it to this little outcropping, and he steps down off, touches what just looks like a rocky face, and eventually you watch it just kind of like push its way back in and collapse and turns into an open path that you guys can go into. He's like, let's take this way. It's an old road, so it may be a little bit dangerous, but not so bad as what we were going into before. At least I hope. So, he, what?
At least I hope.
That doesn't sound very
Comforting.
comforting. Yeah, that's the word.
And the dead keep it.
So he gets back up, starts making the cart go forward. The horse is not the most excited about doing this. This wasn't a horse brought from the mountain for him. This is not one of the Tejungi breeded. Wow.
Bread.
One of the Tejungi bred animals.
What type of bread?
I was just thinking the
Pumpernickel.
same thing.
Stop that.
I'm
Is
gonna,
it stuffed crust, though?
I'm gonna hop on the
You can
horse's
dig it
back
in
and just
reverse.
kind of hold the dagger out. Just so it has a bit of light.
Okay.
I look unhappy. I'm just like,
Anything I feel.
What's wrong? You don't like going into the dark? I thought that you wouldn't have so much of a problem with it, Faye.
I can see just fine. I just prefer the open air.
I understand. It takes getting used to enjoy the wonderful scents and hints of cold mountain air.
Oh, boo-hoo. You like the open air. I like the open sea. I guess none of us are really happy, are we?
Actually, I'm just fun.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
fine too.
I'm okay.
One of you is a high elf and the other one I'm pretty sure doesn't live in a mountain. I don't know.
Well, actually, is your Yagamoth in the Underdark or are they above?
They live underground.
So yeah, I'd be just
You were
fine.
absolutely fine.
I'm actually at home or close to.
And this is way more what you're
It's
used to.
definitely-
Of all the characters here, who has dark vision?
I do.
Everybody.
All of the elves.
All the elves do. I know that. Do
Pretty-
Kenku?
yeah, I do.
Nope.
Kenku doesn't.
You don't.
I
Tabaxi
don't.
does.
Yes.
Back
So
to
you
should.
It makes
But it's
sense.
a cat.
Cats.
I'm just kind of curious who the
So
fuck
two of
are
us
the only
still.
ones.
No, footballs don't.
Well, it's
Check
you,
and see
Key,
if
and
bears do.
Furwolf.
Do bears have dark vision?
No, they don't.
What about a cave bear?
So I have the dagger.
Can't
Because I'm pretty sure the
yeah,
horse
but
also
they
does
don't
not have
either.
dark vision.
Nope.
So I'm basically just kind of holding this dagger.
Does
Still kinda
Shellington
juggling
have
it.
dark vision?
No.
No. All right, so you guys make your way down into
So
the cave.
you may be casting light quite a bit.
Yeah, you'd probably
You
just
also
be.
have a spell.
It's a cantrip.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you'll probably just be mainlining.
This is actually one of the
light.
reasons I do have that conjure flame.
Right.
But when I'm in dark places, you can make it.
I have my friend here.
So I know it's not quite with the
Can't cast
rules of the
spells every
cantrip, but can I just use Green Flame Blade to just have my sword on fire?
Green flame. Torch.
I actually don't mind the flavor of that, to be honest.
Okay.
Since it is a cantrip, you basically can have it always
Yeah.
ready to go, kind of idea. But yeah, it's cool.
You guys are all chickens. The dark's fine.
Yeah, I don't know what their problem is, but whatever, it's fine.
Ironically, I think we're the only two that and the Teijugi that have ever can actually experience true darkness. The only places you can do that are at the bottom of the sea and in the very depth of a cave.
Yeah.
Be surprised how dark some libraries get.
Well, the one that Key was at got pretty dark pretty fast. Those were different.
Like we
ones.
said, the depths of a cave.
Yeah, I'm a grave clip.
All right, so making your way down into
there we
this
I could turn into a
Take it
spider.
away downtown.
You're making your way downtown.
Spider.
No, so we've got people producing light
Yeah.
enough that you guys can see. What you can see is this is a rough hewn tunnel. It is not the prettiest. This isn't near towns or cities. This is just made for transportation, basically.
When suddenly Umber Hulk.
You know me too well, dude.
Seriously?
I have an ominous
Do
feeling
not
that
say
there's
Russ
danger up ahead.
All right.
How can you tell? Oh, the music changed.
You guys can't hear it?
It's almost like there's this big like shadowy Hulk or something, like sort of like an umbral sort of thing. I mean,
Keep
All
feeling.
right, back to the game.
Keep
all right.
Just no.
Umbral Hulk smash.
So, oh my god. So you guys make your way down. Eventually, it does open up. It's a rather large opening. It's about 80 feet across. The ceiling goes up to about 20 feet. You can see a few pillars here and there that kind of keep it stable, and you can see the different pathways that lead. For a moment, you see Credence. He's like, "We'll have to wait here a moment." He pulls out his map and looks.
I turn around on the horse and hold out the light for him. I know you can see in the dark, but still light.
Still? Okay.
I'm enjoying this. Let me have this moment.
Got the power.
I got the power.
So as he's kind of checking over, you can see this is a different map from what you just had, from what you'd seen. Still all in Taijungi, but this is inner mountain.
And upside down.
Right, yeah, and upside down. This is now the inner structure stuff.
Is
the
it on the
roadways
same
within.
scroll, or is it a different scroll?
It is a totally separate map, so
Okay.
separate scroll.
Because it'd be cool if it's the same scroll, it just changes depending on where you're at.
That would be
Or
awesome.
the kind of light you have.
Yeah.
That would be cool. So it is separate from what you've seen though, as far as like it's a completely different map, anyways. He's following. He watches and follows and takes the road. He's like, I have never really been in this section of the mountains, so he follows his way. That's not safe.
Walking into a tunnel with no real clear idea of which way to go.
Hey,
What
hey,
could
hey!
go wrong?
Sounds like every time I've
Have you ever
walked in
been
a
down
tunnel.
a road in the city you lived in, but you never been down that road before?
See, that wasn't underground.
Well, this
That
is
makes it
like the
easier.
city for me. Not that big a difference. Maybe for you, and it's a little bit scary since you're a coward, but it's alright.
Oh.
Shots fired.
I like this one.
Alright, here. Let's.
Popo.
I need you guys to make perception checks.
Oh,
I
good.
was about to say I want to investigate the cave, but you know.
Ah. I'm distracted.
You can go.
Ah, that's not too bad. I'll take that.
I could do math with this.
Oh, good.
Wait, did you have advantage?
I do have advantage.
Oh, cool. Feet or something?
Sword.
Sword.
Oh, the sword.
His sword is insane.
Yes, it is. I've seen the sheet. I know.
I got a 19.
14.
22.
19, 14, 22,
22.
22. Okay.
7.
Yeah,
I have
Credence,
a light.
yeah, Credence was not paying a whole lot of attention to everything else around him. He's kind of absorbed in the map. Those who had higher than a 16 perception, you guys hear you guys hear this just kind of a just kind of grunting and general odd sound. It seems like someone or something struggling. It's off to your guys' right. You're not sure what it is, but it sounds like something is more in distress struggling, not like having a hard time just moving or combat. Yeah. So if that's of any interest to you, you have no interest whatsoever, you can
I
leave it
will
alone.
if
I'm gonna go take a look.
Oh, here's the thing. I didn't know this.
Oh.
Caleb, yeah, you don't.
Neither did I.
I rolled a 4.
Second moonshine jug.
Obviously, but no.
Yeah, Mountain Dew Classic.
There's on the Mountain Dew throwback, there is a moonshine jug that is apparently so potent that it is exploding and the cork is going through the dude's hat. And I'm like, what does this have to do with Mountain Dew?
Because that's Mountain Dew is moonshine.
Uh-huh. Oh, wait, what?
The mountain folk, right? The
Moonshine. They're
They were
Okay.
moonshiners.
Dew of the mountain.
Okay.
yeah. Anyways, yeah,
Sorry.
The
You're
original
good.
Mountain Dew is
yeah,
is
just
moonshine.
a real thing.
Grab two Mountain Dew.
Guys, I'm gonna go die now. I've got 2 spell slots and 3 health.
Have fun.
Out of curiosity.
Because we never got a long rest.
So should I end the stream now?
Well, would you look at that? The elf's going to get
Heal
himself
8.
killed.
That's right.
This is my
I
I too am in a bit of trouble.
I honestly don't care about the sound that's going on. I mean,
Okay,
It's not as bad anymore.
He healed me 8.
okay,
Now
so
I
you
am
have
out of
11
spell
hit
slots.
points.
I've got 2 spell slots and
Granted, I
11
don't
health.
use them
Hey, it's a
that
good thing your
much.
cantrips are good.
And I start my blade song as I go and investigate this.
Okay. Hey, where are you going?
Do you not hear that?
probably.
I heard someone
investigate that
struggling down
sound.
there.
Oh,
You can't hear
hold
it
on.
when you're
Like,
singing.
Distress struggling, but my solution
It's
is
just
let's
trying to
not
find
go
what I
down a tunnel that we don't know where it goes, nor do we know what's down there.
Well, I do
I
know
agree.
that it goes this way. It leads, after about 10 miles, it actually leads to a town. So, not a bad road to take.
But what would be down there?
Well,
And at
more
the
than
help that
likely.
some of us are at might not be a very smart idea.
Our constitution may not be the best
Well,
right
if
now.
you don't have it in you to keep moving for another 10 miles and just see who's having a grunting issue, then.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm just saying that one should.
I'm still walking towards this.
Squishies are squishies. They're always squishy.
I
He
I
just
will follow
I
you.
start-
Snaps the
start
reins and
following
makes him
from
move
the-
along.
I start following from a safe distance just because I want to see how he dies.
Alright. Is there anyone going? You said you're going with him?
Yeah.
Okay, so the two of you are at least together.
I-
Anybody
I
following
healed
near
myself
him?
A lot more than I did him.
Alright, so the
You
two
got
of you
any
guys are
wild
going to
shapes
find
left?
what's
No.
here first.
Fun.
I have a ragey left though.
Oh, that's good.
I have.
If I stand in front of the entrance of the tunnel, could I see what's going on?
It doesn't close down into an actual into a
Entrance.
tunnel
Yeah.
She does
Right.
have the improved dark vision.
until it's quite a ways off. Like you're talking a few hundred feet because
Mhm.
this is an open place that kind of just cuts in
Cuts it,
roads,
yeah.
but it's still open air, kind of, right? So when it finally does close down, if you guys are making your way that way, eventually you can see stuff like a little bit, right? Because you have the dark vision, so you can kind of see shapes and things. It doesn't take too long though. When you guys actually get there, you're like you can sense there's light ahead, but it's not a really bright it's not this hot burning light. It's just this really odd glow that maybe these guys are only going to pick up like extremely faintly to you.
There's the
Yeah,
cat.
that cat. They have a cat who knows how to open a door. Yeah.
Where's he going?
He's currently trying to
There
decide.
he goes.
Jeez, Louise. Not nice.
So don't jump scare me like that.
Seriously.
I like how the DM was the one that panicked first.
Well, he's the closest one.
I'm right there, and I'm also I'm getting myself in the mood of.
No, I don't blame you, but usually it's like the DM's goal is to get the
Yeah, I want to get you guys the jump scare, but I didn't know it was coming.
We apologize. We thought
It's
we
all
had
good.
it
It's all good.
last.
Must
Not
be
a
a successful jump scare. If you don't know what's coming.
The thing is, the cat's name is Shadow.
Ah, that's funny. Okay.
Because I do want to stay as far back as possible, but still see what's going on.
Mm-hmm. So.
And possibly get wording to them saying, don't go.
What you see, okay, is this extremely faintly glowing kind of purplish fire, but it's just like it just seems to be like a purple light coming off of a stone. It's not burning, actually consuming anything. It's just like this light that's coming up. So as you guys get closer, those who have like if you've got light, you're killing the people's dark vision, so they can't really see through that.
I am helping the horse.
Right, I know. So if you're up ahead of him, you can see with your dark vision. If you're at the cart, you're stuck with what he's giving off.
Are we going down the same road, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, we never established.
He said that road leads about 10 miles to a town,
right,
and that's relatively close, and that's why I said he just kicked the cart and started following along.
I probably will stay off.
Because he's not going to let you just wander off into
Yeah.
places you have absolutely no idea where you're going.
I'm gonna stay far enough away from the cart that I can see with my, but I'm also not gonna be right behind.
Okay.
I'm on the
So you're
cart.
just keeping up ahead of the cart, basically.
Yeah, so I can sort of see what's going on, but not get involved unless I have to.
Okay,
I can
Shalia,
probably-
you're also doing the same thing, just kind of
Yeah.
staying up ahead a little bit. Okay.
I can probably see with my dark vision because I'm kind of leading this charge towards
Yeah,
death.
you are. So
Always.
what you get, like I said, you get this just faint light that grows a little bit brighter for you, but again, it's a very dim, just purple light coming off of a stone. What you see is a couple of extremely stocky built Taejungi who you can see their grunting seems to be coming more from being tickled than being a little bit awkward. There is a rather attractive lady there standing with them and talking and flirting with them at this little like cutout area.
Everyone turn around, walk away, and act like that's what you saw.
But they what you see though is they're entirely tied up. But they seem to be happy about this situation and not trying to get weird here, guys.
Oh my.
They don't look that kind of tied up.
There is no shaming.
They seem more like they don't know what's going on.
So bewitched,
Yeah.
in the most literal terms.
And as you
Love
get
that show.
close enough to really hear what's being said, she's like, "You're going to be so tasty," as she like runs her hand up underneath his, up into his beard, underneath his neck, and you can hear him just like they're really liking this, but you can definitely tell that they're probably not in for something good.
I want to shoot something. Can I shoot her? Can I shoot her?
I cleared my throat.
I'm sorry, what? I just started
No, I
smiling. I
just
don't know what you're
heard.
talking about.
I'm sorry. Yeah, just watch
All right.
you trying to hold it in. And just,
Sorry, what?
I just watch you trying to hold
Does-
it laughter
does
or
that-
whatever it is. It's great.
Does that get her attention at all?
You clear your throat. She doesn't shoot up attention, right? The other Taejungi that's there is like, "Oh, get your own. We got her first." And he just kind of turns back to her, and she just kind of, she turns just like, "Oh no, it's fine if he joins." And she just kind of looks. She's like, "Come here." Puts her hand out. I need the two of you who are in range to make a wisdom save.
Well,
Am I in
so
range
he
to
can't
shoot
be
her?
charmed.
Yeah,
No.
I'm immune to charm.
That's
I thought it was just sleep.
true.
No, it's
Nope.
charming.
It's charm. No, elves are sleep.
Charm, I think it's
It's sleep and charm,
advantage.
isn't it? It's sleep and charm.
Yeah.
Charm, you get
No,
an
it's
advantage.
advantage against charm.
Advantage
Oh,
against
It's
okay.
charm,
advantage
that's right.
against charm, immune to sleep.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I remembered there was something about charming.
No, I know that elves have that, so
24.
24 is nice. Makes
I
sense
am
for the
there.
druid.
Yeah.
Please.
21.
Oh.
21, good. All right, both of you are quite aware what she was attempting to do to you.
Can I
Um,
please shoot her?
don't
I
think
really
you
want to.
Shoot.
how far away from them were you?
Well, far enough that she could see them.
Far enough that I could see them, but in the shadows, so I don't want to be
Mm-hmm.
seen. So, 30 feet?
You
Okay.
have dark vision range.
Think we should put
She has
it-
120-foot range.
120 foot.
Probably.
120 foot.
What's
Right,
what's your
so-
bow
She was
range?
talking
What's my
about
bow range?
eating them.
Yeah.
Uh,
She tried to
80 to
charm us.
320.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So-
as
The
far
last time someone
as
tried to
far
tell
away
me
as I
was,
can be to see.
Okay.
There we
What's
go.
going on?
So you've got. We'll just say you've got about 80 feet distance between
that
them.
doesn't redeem her
So can I shoot her?
at all.
You count the damage,
you
really.
definitely can.
I kind of want to.
You're free to.
Shoot her, just roll.
Shots fired.
That's when I start.
So as we're deciding what we're gonna
Oh no!
3 on the dice.
At least
Plus
she didn't
4.
roll a 1.
3 plus 4 is
So 7. Okay. So she just.
What's your dex?
She releases.
It's plus 2. 15. Yeah. Right?
Okay.
Releases the arrow and just kind of goes right by Calum's head and against the rock.
Yeah, at least it didn't hit
And she's
you.
like, "Oh,
think that
looks like
decides
we
the
have
final-
company. More than just you."
I cast firebolt.
Wow, so
Burn the
impressive.
witches!
Yeah, it's all right.
I unsheathed my axe.
Okay.
Well,
You can hear the protestations coming from the Tejunki in the
13
midst
to
of all
hit.
of this. 13 to hit. Yeah, it should hit. Let me just make sure on that. Where'd you go? Oh, holy crud! No, it does not hit.
No, that's a fun thing to hear from Matt. Oh, would you look at that? No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I thought she had lower. AC.
So,
What did you hit at?
I rolled. I got a 13.
Okay.
is there any
Not
like,
impossible yet.
Yeah.
is there any check I can do like, is to know what this is like ag or
Knowledge, nature, knowledge.
Yeah, you can
arcana.
make it. You can make me a knowledge nature.
I would like to do that.
Yeah, you're free to.
15.
You have very little idea what this thing would be.
2.
Could I do like
You
an-
wonder what the pretty girl is doing in the cave and why she has a penchant for dwarves and wants to eat for Tejungi and has an idea to say they're tasty.
Consume them.
Could I do like an Arcana check to see if I know what she is?
You can do an Arcana check.
Okay. Mine is 19.
You have a feeling that what she cast on you is probably one of the lesser things she could do to you.
Got
Just the feeling of strength that she has, she's probably nasty.
it. Got
I
it.
shot at her.
We're gonna die.
Yep, it sounds exactly like. Yeah, I'm not even gonna finish that sentence. Continue.
This sounds exactly like a TPK happening.
Hey,
What are you
I'm not
talking
injured
about?
at all.
We're not no, wait, I'm
Sorry.
injured.
I'm on the,
I'm
sorry,
not.
I'm on the card.
I'm on the card too.
Card buddies.
All right.
I'm on the horse. We're
Okay.
gonna live. We're with the Tenjungi.
So you throw your fire bolts. You throw, and she just kind of dodges out of the way of it, and just it hits in the Tejungi. You're like, "Oh, my beard!" And then all of a sudden that's when he realizes he's like, "I can't move my arms. What's wrong?" And he's like looking down. He's like, "Whoa! What are you doing?" Like, the other one's like, "I don't mind being tied up."
Oh my!
Yeah. All right, so probably need to roll initiative, guys.
Yay!
Nope. I got a light.
Why did you curse my dice?
Why did you curse mine?
Well, you should have been nice.
Might be the best
I
in your
bless your
roll.
dice. Maybe they grant you good rolls.
That's what I think.
I curse your dice.
Oh, go ahead. I rolled a 1.
How are you guys? How is our grave cleric looking with her spells?
I'm okay. I have 1 first level and 2 second level.
Okay,
That's a good thing.
Not too bad.
The dang the cantrip.
yeah, her spare.
I have 2 first level spells reserved for shield.
Yeah, it's because the lady that freaking put them under a spell. AC is what's gonna matter.
I don't have counterspell.
Not this time.
Not yet.
As soon as I get third level spells.
Yeah, I know. I know it's coming. All right. So, let's see here. 25 to 20.
Uh-oh.
I got 22.
22. All right. Where are you, Caleb? Okay. 2015.
Got a 16.
16.
15.
Oh my goodness, this is gonna be a first. Nero rolled a 17.
Nice.
I'm not last.
Mittens. 15.
There's still time.
15 to 10.
I got 10.
Wait, didn't you roll above the 50?
Yeah. Hey, I rolled a 17.
Oh, sorry.
So I'm in front of both of them.
Yep. I didn't get you said 17. I just heard I may not be last. That's all I heard. Shalia, you got a 10.
Yeah.
Bjorn,
So-
Fernando, Key.
6. I got a 6 as well.
I got a 5. What's your dex?
4.
You won.
Okay.
You win.
I roll 1.
All right.
Light.
Clearly, that's all
You
that
should
matters
not
is
have
the
cast
light.
that light
Bottom
on this
field.
deck.
No. Next time, you know.
I'm just sitting there with the light.
Bad company for camp.
All right, Caleb,
Mm-hmm.
you got your roll.
Okay. We are going to cast Firebolt again. Actually, this is gonna. I'm gonna try and cut the bonds on the dwarves.
Okay.
With Firebolt?
No. I'm sorry. I like their bonds on fire.
The bonds are loose. Sadly, the dwarves are dead.
Wait. I'm pretty sure they're technically wearing those robes. I don't
Yeah.
think they'll burn.
Yeah. Technically,
No,
you
but
could say they're
I'm
worn.
gonna go and try and cut them loose with my dagger.
Okay. You do need. You will be okay. If you do so, you will be taking an attack of opportunity by going by the creature in front of you.
So we start back turn to them?
Yeah. So she was like right
Oh.
here, and then they've attacked, and so she's kind of got the guys over to her left,
Okay,
and she's a little bit in front.
never mind. I'm not going to do that.
Back to plan A.
Back to plan A, Firebolt.
Okay.
Firebolt!
20 to hit.
That hits. Roll the
Alright,
damage.
so it's possible to hit.
4 fire damage.
4 fire damage. Looks like you did virtually nothing to her as you just send it, and she's like,
We can't fight a succubus at this level.
yeah, she's not a succubus.
Alright. I'll try to think of what has
It's
both.
an Umber Hole.
Yeah, it's an Umber Hole.
No, Umber
No,
Holes are
it's
like-
not an Umber Hole.
Most attractive Umber Hulk I've ever seen.
That's one sexy Umber Hole. It can also talk.
No wonder where ladies wear jewels. Freaking, that's what it can turn an Umber Hulk into.
I need that magic item.
She runs straight at you
Yep.
and goes to attack. I'm really sorry, Keelan.
I'm
I'm
not.
really sorry too. Because he doesn't have.
Yeah, because you're dead. More than likely, you're dead.
Dead or just.
Not dead,
I
dead.
do have Blade Song, so I'm currently at 19.
It's true.
Finish it.
Wreck.
Okay. All right. So that is holy crapola. Okay. All right. When you do your reaction, what does it take you up to? 24?
24.
Oh, you are so lucky. All right, that's good. She comes to attack. She slashes up into you with her hand, which had been quite pretty, but as she starts to swing, you definitely feel the sharp, like you see that sharp piercing hand, like the nails on her almost seem to grow into a weapon. Your shield barely protects you and keeps you safe from the attack. Yeah, it is now Nero's turn.
Can I see her?
You should be able to see her with your dark vision.
Okay, because I was on the cart.
Yeah, we're within 60 feet
Okay.
at this point.
Well, Nero's gonna go to the old standby and pull out both pistols. And I did want to say, like, when I picked up the pistol, I did, like, unjam the one that.
Oh, I
was
figure
jammed.
you would have
Yeah.
ungemmed it. Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna.
Should have had you roll for it, but.
Well, because it's just an action, right? On jam.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, time taxis.
Yeah. You're good. You had plenty of time.
All right, so I'm gonna take 2 shots as my action and bonus action because I'm doing a little bit.
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to be using tracer ammo on both of those.
All right.
So
Every time you say tracer ammo, I immediately assume like
Cheese love.
Well, no, I'm thinking like an actual tracer round.
Right.
Like,
The burning rounds.
yeah,
Yeah.
so you can see them, but that's fine. That's just me.
Alright, so
It
let's-
probably does have that. It has a little burning trail, more than likely.
pretty much.
Called tracker round?
All right.
Tracker rounds would be a better.
Cavalry's
These
here.
tracer rounds, the way that they work is you follow the bullets, so you can then see where you hit and then aim.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
But these are like homing, right?
Yeah.
But it's not.
Look, I
it's
didn't.
not the
There
same.
wasn't a good way. Homing bullets doesn't sound as cool.
It's all good. Tracer rounds is good. Roll.
The cavalry's here.
It's just the cartoon bullets from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Like that's all.
Yeah.
Or just cartoon bullets in general.
It is.
All right. 15 to hit.
15 misses.
Yeah. Good. Well, there's a waste of 2 shots.
I haven't had a chance to bless you guys yet.
Ooh, natural 20.
Nice.
Still misses.
No, that hits. Roll your damage.
Great. So that's 2d12 damage.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
I wish this was a 2-handed weapon. Well,
Those
it
are
would
the
be
mole
melee
ones.
anyway. Doesn't matter. Anyway. Ooh.
Nice.
That's 1 max damage and 7. So that is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 points of damage.
All right. So the first shot you make at her completely misses. Your second shot, she just you bastard! And
Takes one to know one.
she seems like she's never seen this odd contraption before, and it scares her a little bit that she actually got shot like that.
Yeah, it's
Um,
good. Just, you're lucky I didn't use the explosive rounds.
All right. So
I used the tracer rounds, which actually make it
It's
possible.
now
for me to
Fedial's
hit
turn.
something.
All right. I'm just going to. So at this point, what's the sort of layout of where is everybody?
So right now, she and Caleb are right up next to each other. The Taejungi are just a little bit behind her to her left.
Okay.
So to your right,
Okay.
right? And then you've got, after that is Shalia, Nero, you.
Okay.
Ooh,
I'm like right
actually,
and her.
sorry,
yeah,
how
and
far away was I?
Mittens.
Sorry, Matt.
So you're all around. You're probably closer than
Yeah,
she is.
Because my guns are only 30 feet, and you said I was 60, so I'd have to move the 30.
You'd have had to get up to 30.
Yeah, so I'm within 30 of her.
So so is there a way for me to get to the Taejungi without getting an attack opportunity?
If you use like your step,
Okay.
Um,
Well, how far away am I from the Taejungi?
you're at least 60 feet currently. Sorry, you're at most 60 feet because the cart is at about 60 feet.
Okay.
So
So,
if you're ahead of the cart because you were,
yeah.
you're probably closer to 40 feet.
Okay. All right. Well, so I'm going to walk up and just I'm wasting my face step here, but it'll be cool, so I'm gonna do it anyway because rule of cool, right? So I'm just gonna sort of like saunter up and then just face step next to the Taejungi. I'm just gonna sort of like poke at him a little bit, and I'm just gonna be like, you know, this isn't like we're not easy targets. Obviously, we've got stuff you haven't seen, and these Taejungi have no marbling. They're not tasty at all. You should probably find some easier and tastier prey. I'm gonna use.
What in the world are you talking about?
I'm gonna use suggestion on her
Uh-huh.
to basically say you should let us all go in peace and go find a better meal somewhere else.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Jedi mind trick.
on the
she-
Jedi.
These are not the droids you are looking for.
You don't
So
want to
you
sell me,
do you
that's-
do that, and you just hear her. She's not even looking at you.
Hmm.
She's like, "You are a foolish little elf." She then turns and moves back at you.
Is it her turn?
And she has some special moves.
How? We're
Legendary
level 4!
actions. We're level
Alright,
4.
so-
man.
It's a single character that you can easily murder with 8 people. For heaven's sakes!
You could have just thrown a couple of Umber Hulks at us. We never
I could
said
have thrown a couple of Umber Hulks at you.
No, we
This is
already-
way more This is way more
That,
interesting.
that was down the left-hand path.
I do have them prepared. I did have them prepared in here.
I take it my suggestion did not go as planned.
No, not at all.
You're telling me that
Wait, she moves so soon. Do I get an opportunity?
Yes, you do. See, there's a lot of things here that you do get. Like, come on.
I tried. Not like I can do much else.
Did you miss?
Yes, my
Severely?
firebolt missed severely.
Can you?
Warcast.
Oh, Warcaster. Yeah, you can do that.
So who'd you hit?
I rolled a natural 1.
Isn't opportunity attack a reaction?
It is a reaction, and you already
Isn't
used your
shield a
reaction.
Oh,
You used your reaction
yeah,
for shield, so you
okay.
can't AO her. Okay,
You
so
did
she
not
turns to hit
roll a
you.
natural
I
one.
did not roll a natural 1.
That's actually better for you in the long run.
Hit anyone.
All right, Fedial, you're gonna feel this one though.
Okay.
Let's see. I just need to make sure that we got the right damage here. Yeah, she swings in for 13 damage on you.
I did. So what did she hit? So
You have. Sorry.
I
where'd
have
you
pretty
go?
low AC.
Yeah, you have 14.
Uh huh.
I have an 11 on the die,
Okay.
plus her to hit.
Okay.
Definitely takes me over the stuff I
Okay.
need to
Because
hit.
I've got defensive duelist too.
Oh,
so-
okay. I apologize. I forgot
Yeah.
that you had defensive duelist.
Yeah.
So if you need to your reaction takes you up to
16.
16. That does not get you high enough.
Okay.
But it's a lot closer. Okay, so that's good. She still does get the hit. It's 13 damage.
Ow.
You know, jeez, she's like at least a +5 to
I'm
hit.
being nice and taking her average and not rolling
Yeah.
for nasty damage. So yeah,
She got 5 to hit.
that's hit there. It is now Mitten's go.
I have a
Bless
+5
you
to hit.
guys.
Yeah, but
Could I argue we
that's
might have
not
had
used.
a short rest while we were walking in here?
Absolutely, you had hours
Okay.
to walk.
Okay, that
Could I have taken a long rest?
You didn't have 8 hours to
No.
walk.
I only
Four.
need 4.
Yeah, you only need 4. You were probably just on that edge. You probably didn't get the long rest. Especially since you
means
actually
I
have to
have
take
my
the
water
time to
chip back.
trance, and if you weren't doing that, if you were walking,
pretty
I could have just been riding on the cart.
It's true.
Would it be more beneficial to you guys for me to
But you haven't been
bless
been
guys
going
or
for
for
4
me to
hours.
bane
You've been going
her?
for probably 2 or 3.
Bane.
But a short rest you got
A
A
for
bane
sure.
would be helpful.
Bane would be better.
I am.
It might be.
It depends on her pluses because some things just you can't nerf
Regen, new spells.
with a D4.
A bane would be useful. A bless would be useful too.
I
They're
know,
basically the
that's
same
what I'm
thing.
Yeah, it's up to you.
Do what feels correct. What was Mittens do?
That would WWND.
WWD Weapon of Mass Destruction.
What would Nero do? WWND.
All right.
You would
what
play
would
the
Bane
I'm gonna
do?
bane.
You gonna bane
Like a
her?
fiddle?
Yeah.
as
Alright.
Rome burns.
Ah.
Okay. You bane her. Okay. Is that all you're doing? Okay, Shalia's up.
Okay, so I'm gonna get so I'm 60 feet away from lady person. I'm going to cast fairy fire on her. It's a 20-foot cube range,
Right.
and then I'm going to dash out of her.
Okay. Well, you can. It's a 20-foot range to cast.
No, it's a 60-foot range to cast.
Yeah, so you
but it's
could
a
you
20
could
foot.
cast you could cast
Could
basically.
I cast where I was at?
You
Because
could-
you said I was 80.
You were 80 feet, so you'd have to
so I
move
gotta
up a
go
little
into the
bit.
60 feet. And
Yeah, but you still you're good.
Okay. So,
Technically, if you cast at 60 and put it here, it would reach out 20 more feet, and so she'd be on the edge of it. You technically could have cast it from where you stood.
well, I want to cast it on her though.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but it's a 20-foot range.
She would be in the range of the hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No matter
here.
what. Okay.
Yeah, because it's a 20-foot radius, right? Or
Yeah. It's a 20-foot cube
20-foot cube. Still 20
Yeah.
feet. If the cube's edge was here,
here,
and it reached out 20 more feet,
Yeah,
she'd just
she'd
be on the
still
edge
be
of the
there.
cube. So yeah,
and then it pretty much she has to do a dexterity saving throw.
a dex save
With bane.
with Bane.
Bane.
Bane gives Minus
I don't
a
cast
D4
spells
or
very often,
disadvantage?
guys.
D4.
Or
Okay.
cantrips, I guess.
Same
it's a
as
cantrip.
Okay,
less
never seen it.
And it's a
So
it's a
opposite.
DC 13, DC 10, DC 11.
Ah,
What
The
is
thing
it?
is, it's her drow magic.
It's a
You still have a D. You still have
Yeah,
some
I
sort of
know,
a
I'm just trying to
DC.
think of what modifier she would use.
It's
It's probably off of her intelligence. No,
Nope.
it's off
Drow
charisma
magic's
for Drow.
charisma.
Okay.
That's what I was looking up right now.
Well, if it's a
Yeah,
dex,
charisma
really,
is your
it's-
spellcasting.
Okay, so your charisma
So-
modifier
So 8
is
plus charisma plus proficiency.
yes.
Be 11.
So 8
8,
plus your proficiency plus your charisma
so
11.
modifier. Your
Okay.
charisma score.
All right.
Your score.
She quickly just moves out of the way.
Dang it!
Does she take an attack of opportunity?
No, because she's not actually like out
Oh,
of the way, right? It's a
Okay.
dex save, so
Yeah.
it's just missing the spell, basically.
Okay.
Just freaking barely, by the way. That Bane is nasty. Anyways, so yeah, it's just
If anyone else
barely,
is
barely.
affected,
Because if I have to go against things that are ace like higher DCs, I'm probably gonna be in trouble. Yeah. So that happens. She just barely misses,
no, I'm sad.
and yeah, it is. So after you've done that, Mittens has called down her bane. It is now Fernando's turn.
How far am I?
wanted to.
You got it.
If I'm on the cart.
If you're on the cart, you're at 60 feet.
Okay, I'm in range. Crossbow time.
Okay.
Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me.
Hit him, please, hit him.
14 to hit.
14 misses.
Okay.
Okay.
I have done nothing to harm
Yep.
you.
So you
We don't like each other.
you fire off the crossbow, and it just goes sailing, clinks against the rock
Reloading.
wall, clatters. Yeah. It is now Bjorn's turn.
I turn into a bear.
Of course you do.
And I charge out and attack.
Okay, and
First attack does a 14 hit.
no.
Okay, second attack does a 17 hit.
Yes.
Okay, 2 claws,
Okay.
8 points of damage.
Does he have advantage? Since
Oh yeah, that is a good question since she was right next to him.
Yeah, she's basically got 3 people on her at this point.
Yeah, so I'll reroll the one that missed, see if that
That's fine.
does hit. That would be a 15.
No.
Okay. We have an armor class, guys.
Well, it's 16 or 17.
I just rolled a 16 and it hit.
No, you rolled a 17 and it hit.
Yes, that's right. Okay. So I do 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. All right. Key after the bears just sliced into her, though it doesn't seem to have been as effective as he felt it should be.
It's pretty crowded up there, isn't it?
It's a little bit crowded now.
Yeah, there's a bear and a 10-foot wide tunnel.
Well, it's like a 20-foot wide
20 foot
tunnel.
wide.
Small.
I know.
Just remember you gave me the ring. It gives me advantage on melee attack. That'll come in handy.
Yes, it will.
Pop the horse and hop off. Walk 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Set down the dagger with the light and pull out 2 other daggers and just.
Okay, roll your dagger shots.
He likes his dagger of light.
I need to see!
Oh, no.
I don't have dark vision like the rest of you.
Can you see her?
Well,
There's a fire in there, isn't there?
He said
Yeah,
it was
there
There's
glowing.
it's a very dim fire. You could probably see the shadows of people moving.
and light is like the torch has.
Yes.
I think so. She's barely at that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess I could throw the dagger with the light at her, but
There's enough light you guys could at least dimly see. It's not going to be the greatest for those who don't have dark vision, but those with dark vision are doing fine.
both of those miss.
Okay,
That's a 9 and a 2.
so just
So
eventually they come
15
back
and
to you.
11.
Okay,
So just
Caleb, you're up.
All right. That is a natural 20 as I cast Witch Bolt on her.
Okay,
So that is
2d12s.
2d12 lightning damage.
Yep.
Does that continue on for the rest of my turns, where I can just do
so
the
long as you
damage?
don't break it,
Okay.
then yes, you
So
can
where's the
you continue to
2d12
keep
come
it.
It's a d12 lightning damage and I crit.
Oh, right. You should have kept the 10.
I came out of the dice box. I'm not going to keep that. So that is 8 lightning damage.
8
And-
lightning damage.
And I now have a tether between the two of us.
All right, yeah. As you watch as Caleb, he just sends out this similar to the purplish light, this slightly purplish bolt that
I've always measured
wraps
blue.
around her. If you have a different color, that's fine.
Blue.
There are
That's
2
fine.
possible jokes I could go for. The first one is Symmetra because we've already made a bunch of Overwatch jokes.
Oh my.
And the second one is congratulations, you're busting that ghost.
That's funny.
Go,
Yeah.
snap!
So, it wraps itself around. You can see basically a choker around her neck of this lightning that just and you watch her just for just a second. Oh, you'll be fun taking your eggshells out.
Guys,
I'd like to see you try.
Stop it. She enjoys it. Stop it. She enjoys it.
I was trying really hard not to make some off-color jokes.
Uh-huh.
Very hard. This is a family-friendly stream, and I will keep it as such.
Technically, it's an 18.
I will
plus
not.
stream.
Wait, is it? Is it?
Yeah.
I hear some people have to pay for that kind of treatment.
Oh, yeah. There it goes. There it goes.
The floodgates have been opened.
Between family friendly and 18 plus, we're team.
Between.
One F-bomb for the entire campaign. We need to use it wisely.
And so it begins.
Oh, man.
All right,
Okay.
sorry. So continue.
Okay,
It's
so
your turn, I think.
yeah. Let's see. Minus the Bane. Sorry, guys.
There you go.
He's thinking that's bad.
Dangerous pastime. I
I
know.
The DM has to think
Okay,
it's a bad thing.
she does come back to attack you.
Okay.
Are you shielding again?
Yes.
Okay. Again, she just barely. Oh my gosh, dude, barely misses you.
Got the claws sort of cracking through the shield.
I had a much better roll this time, but your stupid Bane saved your butt.
Yes.
Bane
work.
saved you.
Nice work, Nail.
As she attempts to try and claw back into you, it does not happen. It is now Nero's
She's
turn.
making the Mr. Mime wall.
I am going to go ahead and because I moved up to 30 feet and then she moved away a bit. So do I have the movement speed again to melee?
She moved back.
Absolutely.
To me, so.
Okay. Yeah, I'm joining this shindig in melee.
Okay.
So as I'm walking, I drop both guns, and as I'm walking, I go, I want both of these back. And then I pull the family sword.
See, that ruins it. If you can nonchalantly drop the guns, but then if you say that you want them back while you do it, it ruins the whole effect.
That's him. Just let's
No,
go.
I want these back.
Draw the family sword. And
Yeah, I draw the family sword, and I'm gonna take
Make it one back.
I'm gonna take 2 attacks at her, because I'm gonna use my well, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say just right now I use my action surge.
okay.
Man, now I'm trying to decide, because now it would take too many actions. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and pull the family sword and try to take 2 attacks. So first attack with advantage is absolute garbage. Wow, that is depressing. And the second attack is a natural 20.
Oh wow.
Makes up the
Crits.
first one.
All right.
So another
It's almost like
2d12 points of
two
damage.
attacks.
And this time, because I have Great Weapons Master, if any of these are a 1 or a 2, I can re-roll the damage. Wow.
Nice. Wait, is that one cocked?
That one is kind of cocked. Would you...
Here. Oh, wait.
Yeah, I already picked it up, dude.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so that's 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage.
Oh,
Okay.
actually, sorry. That is 12, 13, 14, 15 points of damage.
Okay, 15 points of damage.
I forgot I actually have a modifier with this one.
Yeah. All right. So you drop the guns, come walking up to her, and just the first swing, she's able to evade it, and the second one, you just you swing into her. Again, a pretty hefty cut that just doesn't seem to land as hard as you expect it to, but still hurts. It's just a little surprising.
She has resistances.
No, really?
Okay.
She has legendary actions and resistances?
Hey,
Who
Al,
would have
you're
thought?
up to go.
We're level 4. Who'd have thought?
I was like sort of like grabbing my side where she like stabbed me before, and at this point, like my eyes just look straight green. Like there's no white to them at all.
All right.
I'm just gonna, you know.
Start rhyming.
Oh yeah, when you did your phase thing, did fire? You had fire that had to come out, right? 'Cause
It
there's summer?
can. It doesn't have.
Oh, it doesn't have to. Okay.
Yeah.
I just don't know how to make it stop.
Dr. Seuss mode activate.
Yeah, I don't have any rhyme that makes any sense for him to say right now. He's just.
Can you attack with your rapier?
What?
Can you attack with your rapier?
See, that's the correct way to get around the rhyming rule, he said. Just don't talk.
I've done rhyming before.
Oh,
I've
I
done it
know.
a few times.
I know.
Like,
It's good to know there's something beyond rhyme, though, where he's just silent.
What does taper mean?
I do not like green
Where's
hags and
Tabor?
ham. I do not like them.
Yeah, the meaning behind it.
Narrows as it grows. To
All
narrow
right.
down into a point, oftentimes.
you say I'm a foolish elf, maybe you should pay more attention to yourself.
There it is.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to stab her.
Okay, roll the stab.
Yeah, I think though. So okay, that's a 24 to hit,
24 to hit.
and I'm gonna use psychic blades.
Okay.
So. Okay.
Those are heavy dice.
So,
Oh,
9 piercing
so much
damage and
anymore.
5 psychic damage.
And piercing 5 psychic.
I assume there's no way to say I did something on my turn now.
When your next turn comes around.
By the way,
All I
Okay.
can say is I'm sorry, guys. I could have made this better.
Video walks up and actually gets a decent stab. That psychic damage hits, and she's like, oh, you'll pay. Mittens, you're
Well,
up.
I'm gonna be healing.
Yeah. I need healing.
I could have marked her.
No, we did that when we were in the other
Yeah, I know.
It's all right. No, that would have been awesome because it would impose disadvantage on everyone besides me.
Yeah.
And that is the whole reason I went into melee with her was to do that.
Oh.
It's okay. You still can.
On next turn.
Wait,
One of
be
two people
touching
might be dead by then.
Well, he's not.
I don't think she'll
Very
one
well.
shot me.
You're way back there, huh?
He's 14 HP.
You have
But
11
me.
hit. You have
Yeah.
11
You're by
hit
the
points.
Tajungi?
I'm
No,
right
he's
by
melee. He stabbed her.
Yeah, I'm in melee range with the
Caleb, her average is higher than what you have.
He somehow healed a couple points. I'm not
Because
sure how.
we had the short
Short
rest,
rest.
you said.
Oh, so
So,
you took a
I
short rest
spent
heal.
I spent half my hit dice.
Oh, okay.
So I'm at 20.
I still have
Okay.
it.
So I'm with the clump of them.
I too could have used
Who
healing.
needs- Just you?
I think like all of us
I mean,
could use
I-
some, but he really needs
On a
some.
scale of 1 to 15, I'm around a 2.
Yeah.
On the
Great,
pain
I don't
range
know
of
what your guys' problem
115.
is. I said, I'm great. I don't know what your guys' problems is.
Yeah.
It's almost like he got shot by my allies.
Hey, you blew me up.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast Aid.
Okay.
Which gives. It heals 5, first of all, to
Okay.
3 people.
Alright.
And then also gives you 5 temporary hit points.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna have to cast Healing Word as a bonus action on.
Oh, cool.
We
So
just
8
give her
goes
like
to
100
3
cats.
people, you said?
Yeah, so I'm gonna.
Yeah,
Whoever
the
else
chat just
needs-
wants to give her 100, maybe 200 cats.
She might be happy to leave us alone.
Whoever else.
She's a crazy cat lady, guys.
Yeah.
Just give her the cats and get away.
Just give her the big
That's
cat.
why
Throw
she's
her
after.
the big
That's why
cat.
she's after the Taijiki. She just likes their
Choose the 3
furriness.
creatures within range. Each target hit
Right,
point
it's
maximum current
30.
hit point.
Feet, so I mean, whoever needs it.
Range is in 30 feet. Yeah.
So Ferial.
Oh, it also raises total hit point maximum.
We could also just give her the big
Right,
furry
because
cat.
it's
Temp
temporary
hit points.
No, it says each target's hit points maximum and current hit points increase by 5 for the duration.
Oh, for the duration. So if they're full heal, they can get 5 more.
Yeah, it's an 8 hour.
So it's not temp. It's their max hit points, which is
Yeah.
really nice.
Well, doesn't it increases their max hit points and gives them the temp hit points? Is that
No,
correct?
basically-
No, it heals
Heal.
5 and increases your max hit points. So it doesn't actually give you temp hit points on top. So you get 5 hit
Oh.
points,
'Cause you
and your
usually
max
can't heal-
healing goes up
yeah.
5.
You usually can't
Okay.
heal back 10 hit
So if
points,
you have
but this one
15 hit
can.
points, you currently have 20 hit points for max heal.
Okay.
So I heal you 7 with healing word.
All right.
This isn't the concentration by any means, right?
No, it's a 1 action.
I figured it was.
So who
I made sure I didn't have.
This duration's like
concentration
8
spell.
hours or
Who
something.
got it?
Oh yeah, it's 8 hours.
who else is in that blob?
I'm in
Around
the blob. You're in the blob. He's in the blob. The bear's in the blob.
If you were in the blob, you'd be
Don't
dead.
forget the fail.
I'm out of the blob, throwing daggers into the
So-
blob.
2 more people can get
8.
I don't know.
I'd recommend Caleb.
Sure.
I'm with them.
Keelan gets 5 hit points.
But I'm not in.
Or-
I'm not close
You're
to
not in the
that
blob.
thing.
5, not 8.
And
Are
then
you at
Your
full
max
health?
becomes
I'm not at full.
I don't think he's. Well, is he? Are you within the 30 of her?
I'm within.
Everybody's within 30 of me because I'm kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm within at least 40 of the crazy lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody's within.
Yeah,
Within
you guys are all
16.
within range. Since she is standing in the middle.
I am at 23 out of 45.
I'll give you the next. That,
Yeah, I don't plan
That's
to
fine.
get up close.
So you
Okay.
get the
8.
yeah.
No, 5.
Five.
Your max goes up 5 and you
Mittens reaches out and uses her ability. You guys get some healing and feel a little bit stronger about everything all of a sudden. Those who gained the healing.
Instead of a range of 1 to 15, it's now a range of 1 to 50 or 20.
1 to 20. Yeah, Shalia.
You said there was a dwarf that kind of snapped out of it, right?
He was a little bit weirded out, yeah.
Is there a way for me to
Yeah,
get to
stealth.
him and not have a attack of opportunity?
At this point,
Since she's surrounded by other
pretty
people.
well surrounded. You probably have the range of motion to get away, because to get around her. You're at what, like?
I can do 30, 60 if I dash.
Okay, but you were 80 feet away from her,
Yeah.
so you couldn't actually get up to the Taijungi.
Well, because isn't. Dashing is 60 and then plus normal movement, right?
Yeah.
So that would be 90.
No.
No.
Dashing is your normal movement and your action as extra normal movement.
But with my cunning action, it.
Oh, your
becomes
cunning
bonus.
action allows you to move as a dash as a bonus action,
Yeah.
and then you have an action for
And then I
movement.
have an
So yeah,
action
you'd have
movement,
90
so
feet of movement. Yes.
I want to get to that.
Yep, you can do that.
And do I have? Can I cut his bond? Since he's come to, I'm gonna cut his bond. So
Given that you have to use your action to do
To
everything
get-
and
to
your
get
bonus
there?
action, yeah,
Okay.
you'll get to him, and
To
by
him.
next turn you can start doing stuff.
okay.
You end up next to him, and
I do want to just be quiet, so I'll just say shh.
not sure how well that's going to go, given the fact that you are a Yagamoth.
To be fair, though, is she still covered?
You show. Are
I
you?
am still covered.
Oh, are
I
you
have
covered?
been covered.
You're not. You're not
I
showing
know I'm
face. Well, then
covered
you're
unless
fine.
I think
You're
I'm
just a
totally-
creepy-looking shrouded thing that comes over the top of him. He's like, "Ah, what's wrong with you? I don't want to date."
What's wrong with you? Leprosy.
Don't touch me! I got worms in my tubes. All right, so Fernando, it's your ups.
It's your ups.
And
I'm
then
not
you're
sure.
in,
I'm not
get
sure
ready.
I want to get involved in the mosh pit. Sort of.
Do it, it's awesome. All the
Carry
cool and
on.
almost dead kids are doing it.
I had to cast that as a second, the healing word as a second level spell, so
Nice.
actually at 5 more.
Oh,
See,
cool.
how many people are on the witch right now? There's like 3 of us.
Mm,
We got a bear.
yeah.
There's
Yeah,
4.
large.
4.
There's the bear, him, and me.
Can I even get like within like striking distance of everyone like around?
You could probably get you could probably get one more person in striking distance. Yeah,
Because you said it was a 10-foot cave, right?
20 feet.
20 feet. Then
Well, you have the bear, which is.
But if we trap her, then she can't break the connection except by trying to kill me.
Can I get within range?
That's
Jim,
not
which
that
is with
hard.
30 feet?
no,
of
which is why I'm
movement?
pissed off I didn't freaking mark her because she would have
Say that again?
disadvantage
Can I
on
get
everybody
within melee
besides
range
me,
in 3 feet?
plus Bane.
You were shooting
Well,
from the
I've got
cart.
one
Yeah.
more
So
shield
you're about
left,
60
hopefully
feet, so
that
no, you
will
can't get there within
save
30
my
feet.
butt.
I think
then
she's
bow.
gonna be attacking me.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna shoot
I don't
Back to
again,
your crossbow.
and then I'll
2d12
maybe
lightning
they'll make a
damage.
move.
Automatic.
It's a 10
Too
feet.
bad I
That's
don't have the-
Ooh, heck
Because
yeah.
I had a long rest out.
23 to hit.
23 to hit does hit.
It would have been.
8 damage.
8
The
damage.
worst part of that
All right.
is marking. I have to
He
hit her to
strikes
mark.
into her, and she just
Like,
just pulls it out of her.
And I'm moving up 30.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're moving up 30. Okay, it is now Bjorn's turn.
I rolled the attack and it hit both times.
Okay,
Low was 21.
yeah.
And I am raging.
okay.
Total damage of 19 points of damage.
19 points of damage. Dang, dude. All right. Okay, that's pretty good. Cool. Yeah, he just comes down, slashing, and bites into her, and you can see like that hurt. That hurt a little bit, anyways. It's definitely an annoyance to her for sure. She's feeling it. You're starting to see a little bit of some pain from the situation that's going on. In reaction, as she draws back from you, you watch one of her hands flick, and see that.
Don't make my. Oh, thanks.
You take 12 points of force damage as you are hit with 3 invisible blasts. Okay, it is now Key's turn.
He's just looking.
3 max damage.
A lot of people there. Kind of just wondering if he really is bothered. And then he's just gonna take one dagger, just kind of out of boredom, just like, I can't get in there. I don't really care. Got a light.
I didn't roll max damage. I rolled 2 4s and a 1 plus 3. So,
Guys, I know what's for dinner tonight. Kentucky Fried.
so what'd you roll for hit? What'd you roll for hit?
9 plus 6.
Ah.
I just can't. I can't hit today.
Did your other roll?
Sure, I'll do an offhand attack. Oh yeah, that one does hit. That's a 23.
Wow, there you go.
Too bad it's offhand,
yeah.
so it just is a D4. If it's offhand and it's the first attack I hit my turn, do I still have sneak attack?
Technically, I guess
I
you
can add it
would.
to- yeah.
Yes.
Is the wording the first attack that hits or the first attack you make?
It's just I can add it to an attack roll on my turn just one.
Okay. Then assumedly, yeah.
And
just
if you,
don't have my
we
modifiers.
can take the idea that you're just going 2 at a time.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that.
Well,
if
plus,
it's
she's
I
also
threw like this
surrounded.
and then I threw like this, she might be more aware that something's coming at her,
Yeah.
9, 14.
and it wouldn't be as sneak of attack as much of a sneak attack. but
This is my offhand.
either way, she's way preoccupied. So
Yeah.
Yeah. 14 points of damage.
woo, okay,
The
14
other one
points of
comes
damage.
back. I look at it.
That's the one downside to your knives.
I have a lot of them. Okay.
Alright.
I now am down to 10.
Okay.
11.
Gosh, the knife sticks into her in the midst of everything, and she just pulls it out and throws it to the ground.
So who's waiting for her to just somehow just poof out of
I
this?
look to see where the knife lands.
Oh, Nero.
I look to see where the knife
Caleb's
lands.
up.
She's like, there it is. Okay.
2d12 automatic lightning damage.
Yep. No, it's 1d12
You
on.
said it would.
No, the the crit only counts for the crit.
Okay, I asked if the crit would hold over.
Oh
and
no,
you said
sorry.
yeah.
You asked if the hit held over. I didn't think you said the crit.
No,
No,
I
yeah,
said
it's just
crit.
a single d12.
Okay.
And one off crit hit.
2 letters, but
11 lightning damage.
That's nasty stuff. 11 lightning damage. You watch her just. I will finish you as she comes after you again.
Okay.
Do need to roll.
Freaking, she could have had disadvantage on that.
Okay.
Yeah, disadvantage and bane.
Yes, that would be.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Holy crap, man. Seriously, they just make it as impossible to
Yes,
hit.
now do you know why
That's
I'm annoyed
really
I didn't
good.
do it?
I know. Well, don't worry. It's coming. So.
No, I have to hit her.
Oh.
Yeah. Now you know why I'm pissed.
That's okay. All right. Let's see here.
Oh, yeah, my turn.
I have a +5 to hit, and I'm still like not hedging my bets on this.
that goading attack.
+5 and a bit.
Okay. You've used your 2
Was that what it
shields.
was?
So with
No.
my
What are you
arcane
thinking?
recovery, I was actually able
My
to get
mark.
my spells, my first
I
level
have a
spell slots
cavalier
back up,
mark.
so I've got 1 left.
It
Okay.
does things.
Well, then you'll probably be able to block this one too, because it's not up to 24.
Okay.
So she comes to attack you one more time.
But it's above 19.
Yes.
Okay. I'm out of spells, guys. But I've got one. I've got a concentration going, and I've managed to
got
hold
cantrips.
myself alive for a good amount of turns.
For way more than a normal squishy does.
Yeah.
So that's that. It is now.
I was
You're
really
up.
hoping she tried that magic missile on me, so I can just negate the damage.
All right.
Nero.
Well, here we go
Your turn.
again. Let's see what happens. Wow.
Maybe that one.
Well, let's be honest, it's not going to work no matter what happens. And here's why I wasn't optimistic. It misses.
Well, what's your plus?
5. Guess what that brings
Oh,
it to?
okay.
A 14.
Oh.
Are you gonna do the thing that imposes disadvantage?
That's
He has to hit to do it.
Oh,
That's why I'm pissed.
Gotcha.
It's okay.
The one
It's
time I
okay.
could use
You
it.
come up and attempt to hit her. She's able to just kind of fend it off and not get hurt. She is truly focused down on you. And it is now Fedial's turn.
All right.
way to draw
And-
aggro.
Yeah. Yeah. Just continuing to run my mouth angrily. I gave you a chance to live, but you sought more offense to give.
Hey, War Master.
And I got a 20 to hit.
20 hits.
Okay, Psychic Blades again.
Okay.
Okay, that's going to be 9 piercing and 4 psychic.
9 piercing, 4 psychic. Okay.
Alan. Do you have a very specific thing? I'm trying to remember what it's called. You're Battle Master, right?
The thing where he lets you attack again.
Grinding strike.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I have that one actually. Let me see.
I think I might be thinking of your Friday character.
Okay.
Yeah, my Friday character
Fedial,
has that.
you
but,
make your attack in.
um,
She is stabbed and she just. She screams, taking that hit again. She's just not happy, but she still wants to watch the wizard die. Mittens, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna do.
All right, I gotta
It's
save
a
against
save.
it, and I
I'm
gotta
gonna be
use.
optimistic.
Okay,
But
Keep with Bane.
I know. Okay, roll your damage.
11.
11.
Wow.
You watch her just. Yeah, she hears the bells as they ring across the
soon.
place.
Too soon. Too soon.
Oh, my heart.
What?
Oh,
Bells of Notre Dame.
Oh.
And I'm saying too soon.
yeah. For those of you
Yes.
maybe not in the know, about
Yeah.
Notre Dame.
And
Just sadness.
It impressed me how sad it made me when I saw that tower fall.
Aw.
Like, because I've never been there. I shouldn't really care, but just watching that beautiful thing just crumble killed me inside.
It's history. Why? Yeah. Okay. Mittens, you definitely made a decent smack on her. Shalia, it's now your turn.
So I want to cut the dwarf open, but I also want to take an attack. on
Wait.
him. No, cut him free. Sorry, guys. Word.
Wow!
That's what she really wants to do.
Probably,
There's a
but
reason
no.
he's screaming, "Don't touch me!"
Freudian slip there, huh?
So she's on the whatever the thing's side.
Cut him free, but attack the lady person, witch hag, whatever she is.
Okay, so getting him free is going to take some time. So that's you gotta
I'll
roll
get
to
him
cut
free.
him free.
Yeah, we'll cut him. Do I have to roll anything?
Um,
Or is he gonna continue to wiggle and struggle because
Then she will
he's
cut
a
him.
pain in the butt? Because then I might cut him. Just
make a sleight of hand.
Can we catch you
It's
so
for
bad
your
you wish I
for your
couldn't catch you so
dexterity to be able to cut through.
15.
15. Despite his bit of struggling, you're able to find where the rope is tied and just you cut.
bad?
He's like,
It's-
wait, you getting me free?
Get out of here.
Sorry, guys.
This is the greatest show.
Yeah, yes, it is. All right. He's like, oh,
I suggest you be quiet and get out of here.
hell no, I'm gonna take him down. He like gets up and he's just like, ah! He runs at it like into the fray with all of the other people
Is
there.
there an opening for him?
Or just don't
He's
look
just
like
going to
all that.
muscle his way in. He attempts to attack at her. Wow.
Did he do
If he
really
skill
well?
kills this.
No, he did really well.
Is that a good wow or a bad
Or was it a
wow?
bad row?
Wow.
He dies.
That's actually surprising. You guys watch as the bands that are on his arms actually light up just a little bit, and he just just hits into her really hard. Like you hear the hits and the break of bone as he slams into her.
And the real question is it her bones or is it his fingers?
Are there any freaking what are doors called in your world?
Tejungi.
Are there any Tejungi that aren't overpowered?
Oh no. Okay, it's not like he just dealt out 50 damage.
I realize that, but still.
The fact that he hurt her is kind of impressive for the fact that you guys have been swinging with actual bladed weapons.
Yeah, it's almost
and it
like he's
hasn't
a
seen
high
that
enough
much.
monk that his fists count as magical weapons.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Darn it! I lost a d20.
Yes, you did.
We'll get it in a sec.
So yeah, that he does a fair amount of damage to her. She's like, oh, you damn things! And she's just not very happy about the whole situation.
But she really wants to kill
She's
him.
hurting, but even with that, she's like still wants this wizard dead because she knows she can handle him. She already did.
So much
You,
aggro.
on the other hand,
So much aggro.
A constant thorn in the side of those.
she looks and she's like, ah! She turns her thoughts away from you for just the moment though, and does actually turn to attack him.
No, poor dwarf.
Oh, holy crap. Yeah. She turns around and just rips his throat wide open and kills him right there on the spot.
You should have ran.
How the frick?
Like dead.
Told him to run.
How does a monk of that level have that low of an HP?
Did some
pool?
racers.
His hit points could have already been very, very low.
That's also fair.
I could really use some melee.
That's what I was saying. Is he dead? Can I do?
Give me a moment.
Well, no.
You probably
just in
can do
general.
spare the dying because
I-
she only did her average attack on him, so it's not like she did his full hit points would be.
But they're shiny.
All right, so
No, I
that
haven't.
was in the midst of Shalia.
Yep.
So it's Fernando.
Fernando.
Okay, so I drew a gun. I basically dropped my bow, which is on a sling, pull out Hooter gun, the big old great sword, run at her, 20 to hit.
Were she's still 60 feet away from you.
I ran at the end of my last turn.
Oh yeah, you did. You ran up. So yeah, perfect.
So
Okay.
I'm within 30.
Okay.
And for the
20 to hit.
for
20
the
to
first
hit.
time,
Yeah.
he steals the kill from us.
He might.
He just might.
Which is D10 plus 6.
Okay.
Because
Please be a natural one.
You rolled a 1.
yeah, I rolled a 1. So that's a 7.
7 damage. So actually cut into her, and she's like, ah! She turns and looks. She's like, what is that thing? That actually like
It's a human. Haven't you seen one of these before?
I want to turn around and make a comment. All right, it's now Bjorn's turn.
The one human in the
30
party,
points of
everyone.
damage.
What?
30 points of damage.
Wow!
Bear.
Very
I hit
basic.
both times. The lowest roll was a 21.
Woo!
2 5s and an 8 on the dice.
Dang.
Plus the modifier on the attacks is a +4 each.
Yeah.
And
I
then
know
I have
it's
my raging, which is a
plus 2 on each hit.
attack.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Yay, barbarian. And he does a ton of damage. Again, still not what you would expect
Yeah.
from what you just laid down, but enough to hurt. For sure. It is now Key's turn. She's not looking super great.
Can I even see her?
Amidst this, no, you probably can't. She's definitely got like 3/4 cover.
Yeah, there's so many people just going around. I'm just gonna go. I'll pick up the dagger with the light on it. Just shrugging.
Just gonna toss it in. Okay, go ahead. At disadvantage.
Oh my goodness. Now I hit! It's a 17 and a 13 on the die. So a total of 19.
Okay, roll your
Yeah.
damage.
Plus sneak attack, because of
Yeah,
course.
she's in melee.
I do have an ally within 5 feet, right?
Yeah, you do.
You have like 5 allies within 5
Yeah.
feet.
You have a crowd within 5 feet.
That should be extra, right?
No.
Dang it.
I rolled pretty bad. That's only 11 points of damage. But now she has a blinding dagger in her face or whatever I hit.
She dodged the fairy fire, but couldn't dodge the dagger with light on it.
Oh man. Oh, that's awesome. So the dagger just she just screams as the thing sticks into her, like you can see it's like right into her chest, and she just pulls it out. And
You guys can see her now.
yeah, you can definitely see her now. She does
Four
not
of us
like.
can-
She
four
does
of us
not
can see her
really
anyway.
enjoy the light that's there. It is now Caleb's turn.
12 lightning damage.
12 lightning. Dang, one is up. Those are some
Maximum.
seriously good rolls, man. Okay.
Well, it was a good send, buddy.
She shakes out of it. She's gonna get one swing at you before she dies, I think.
Oh, we've already proven I can miss.
Oh,
Well, I guess me and then everyone else down the line. So
okay. For the first time, I think I hit you. You're not gonna die, but she's definitely gonna get a hit on you.
Yeah, I'll probably have to roll to keep my my witch bolt going.
Yes, you will.
But
So
I've got advantage, and I get to add my intelligence modifier as well.
right.
never doubt the amount of damage you can deal. Wait, no. Anyway,
Or can't. Doesn't matter.
Sorry, guys. I lost my.
look, a lot of us have lost a lot of things so far.
I lost a dagger with the glowing light.
I lost a dice. Kay lost all the spell slots. Mittens.
Well,
No, you still have
let's
spell
be
slots.
fair, I didn't lose them, I spent them.
Yes, and when you spend things, it's normally accumulated
yeah,
to I
she's
lost
okay
it because I
there.
no longer have it.
But I can get them back. I still have my spell slots, I just don't,
Doesn't
they're
matter.
just empty.
So that is
I lost my marbles.
No, that was gone a long time ago.
I never had them.
okay. So yeah,
Well,
she
obviously you don't
comes
have my
in.
marbles.
She finally does get a hit. She's like, "Kara, just die!" She digs in with that slash across your body.
Happy.
You take 13. You take 13 points of damage.
Okay, so now for my concentration roll with advantage plus 9.
Yeah,
Oh my
you're not missing.
You have to beat a 10.
I think I do.
He
with
did
the,
it.
Well, if you
20.
roll a 1, you at least get a 10, so you can't fail. There's no point in rolling unless I roll really high for damage.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Warcaster plus Blade Singer is
Yeah,
amazing.
is insane. But that's what it's built for.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Alright.
it is now Nero's turn.
Sweet.
Not dead yet.
She's not looking great.
I'm
Should have thrown a second
considering.
dagger.
I might just roll this dice twice, let's be honest. Alright, here we go. Yeah, it's good. The gummy shark will lead me forward. Unto dawn. Alright, that's a 7.
That's a 4.
Why?
Can you? How about not? You
What's
want
that?
another D20?
No, it doesn't matter. I already rolled. Someone else's turn.
Missed.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright.
Video.
And thus the depression sets in.
18 to hit.
18 hits.
Psychic Blades.
Oh man, this may be enough.
Alright, so it's gonna be 9 points of piercing and 4 psychic again.
Man, you're really consistent on that piercing. It's always been like 9.
Okay, that's really close.
Dang it.
I should have thrown.
You stab up into her, just and she's like, ah! You watch she reaches like up around her dress and like pulls out a necklace that she's holding on to, and she just like, ah! I hate you all,
It's okay,
but I will see you in your dreams.
The feeling's mutual.
And you watch her just,
And
Opportunity
unsurprisingly,
attack?
huh?
Opportunity attack?
She becomes ethereal. I don't know if you can really do much with that. She just pops. So
and unsurprisingly,
The only thing,
Only I had counterspell.
yeah.
if only
you
I
had
hit
Mage Slayer.
any of the times I freaking made an attack roll.
Yeah, I should have thrown a second dagger.
She was so close. If you would have done like one more.
And that's what I was saying. If only I threw a second dagger in that time
Yeah.
I had.
I was not rolling good with the psychic damage at all.
You rolled really well.
I got 4 psychic damage each time on 2d6.
Connor, you hit.
Yeah, the
I mean, yeah, like it wasn't terrible, but
you
it was
guys were
like,
doing really well. Like
Underwhelming.
you
for
did a
potential.
buttload of damage on her, and she basically took like half
Yeah.
damage every time. So
Yeah.
except for magic
The
stuff.
dwarf I freed died.
I
Stupid
spare the
dwarf.
dying on him.
Stupid dwarf.
Stupid dwarf.
He's alive. It's fine.
is he? So what is he like? He's dressed, I'm assuming.
Yeah, he's dressed.
Okay, I'm gonna wipe the blood on my sword off on his jacket and just.
So you spare the dying. He's always stabilized. The other Tejugi there, he's like, "You took away our fun. What's wrong with you?"
You didn't hear a thing she was saying, did you?
I heard what she was saying.
Can I walk up to him and just?
Oh, I freaking no! Nero was about to
Absolutely.
kick him, like
Can I-
legitimately.
I would also...
Roll a 2 hit, but it's not gonna be hard.
Can I slap him with Mage Hand?
No.
That's 10 on the dice.
Called a mage.
Okay, roll your
Hey, Matt,
damage for the
well,
slap. It's like a
This
D.
is
It's a
this is fun
D4
thing.
plus.
No. D4. A normal unarmed strike is just your
Oh, it's 1
strength
point a
mod.
hit point. Yeah.
No, it's your strength mod.
Oh, it's your strength mod.
Which is
yeah.
minus
You have
one.
negative
Now-
1, so you don't actually do anything. It's like
Hey, Nathan, I do have a question though. Do you have any allies that are adjacent to him?
Sneak attack!
technically yes.
Is he surprised?
Don't worry about it. So you smack him. He's like,
Oh, that's
"What's wrong with you? What are you? You pint-sized birdie."
What are you, pint-sized birdie?
Hey, Matt. At this point, Nero would like to kick him.
This is
Okay, now
like
we're going
that-
to gang beat this.
No,
Absolutely.
I'm just imagining that scene from Airplane where the lady's freaking out. It's like, no, let me try. Calm down. Pull yourself together.
Yeah,
And like
yeah,
everyone
yeah,
down the
yeah.
line has a bigger and bigger thing until the lady in the back just has a handgun that she's walking towards him.
And then I'll go collect my daggers.
I want
Alright.
to kick him and then I want to go collect my guns.
All right, you kick him. He's.
And then peek at
It's not too much longer that things start to wear off for him. He's like, "Why am I tied up?"
At that point, I'll just split the knot again.
So there we go.
"What are you?
I don't answer and move on to the next one.
There's only
Where did the girl go?"
She was going to eat you. She ran away.
Well, that's sad.
Very much.
Well,
Which
fine.
It's okay. You'll live.
Never any luck with women.
Was there only 2 or was there 3? I thought
There
there
was
were
2.
3. Was it just 2?
There's
So one
2.
died
2.
and then the other one. Okay.
Oh, so it is currently 9:13.
Great.
All right, so that's great. This is a decent part to take a break, guys. We'll take just a 5-minute break, and we will come back. You guys have a couple of Taijungi that you've deal with.
Take a short
2
rest.
more? I don't know if we can handle that.
She obviously
I'm
doesn't.
fine.
Whatever she was, she obviously doesn't know elves very well. I'll see you in your dreams.
Alright.
Wow.
welcome back. We got a little breather, and now we get back into the game. You guys stabilized the one Tejugi that had his throat slashed, his friend. As he said, I've never any luck with the ladies.
And you still don't.
Nero
Nero says, walking back and picking up both of his guns.
Seems I've got more than you, though.
Ooh.
Well, let's see.
To be fair, we both have more than him.
So, how's he?
He's alive.
That's good.
He'll be fine.
That was gruesome, that was.
I told him to run.
He did.
Just the wrong
Into
way.
battle.
You don't understand
He's a
us if you think
Tejugi.
that you'd run off. They think that we'd run off. That's foolish.
Or they stay out of the fight when you know you're that weak.
He's a
It's not the way we
Tejugi.
are.
That one stayed out of the battle.
Aye. But you're wee and puny.
I was pointing at Credence. I'm smart.
Oi!
I'm smart.
He comes over, he walks over. What in the world? Hey, you see, if I'd have thrown this, I'd have killed them all, including you. That makes sense. What are you doing down this way? Hey,
Maybe Neo.
we're looking for the fire forge. Oh, yeah, I don't know.
What are you doing down this way?
Ruins of unusual size. I don't think they exist.
What am I doing down this way?
What am I doing down this way?
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
Oh dear.
He can't say anything but what you say. Ah, he's
What's
an
wrong with
idiot.
you?
That makes sense. I'll just leave him alone then.
What's wrong with you?
Go sit in your cart.
Like the shining dagger. Just...
Pretty. I got 3. Alright. You're looking for the fire forge, you say? Well, you're not in a bad way, then. Maybe I can help. Get my friend up, and we'll do what we can to take you where we've heard about it coming to being.
Great, so we'll wait 8 hours.
Could we
And
could
out
we
of
begin our
skills.
journey tomorrow?
I'm not staying in these tunnels. You know what goes through here?
Umber Hulks.
Aye.
And apparently creepy ladies.
That thing's a hag.
I agree, but we still don't know what she is.
He keeps some mighty odd company. Well, I took what I could get.
Actually, I think Nero would know what a hag is, because they have sea hags.
Yeah, there's sea hags.
That's a literal thing.
Yeah.
But are they pretty looking?
No.
No, they're actually like one of the more disgusting of them.
Well, case in point, that might be why you don't
Yeah, but
know.
it's a hag.
Hags have the ability to take on a certain appearance, though.
That's true.
So,
Case in point, our dominatrix friend.
oh my gosh. Anyways,
Yeah, I can't heal him right
got nothing in you left, eh? You don't look like you do. As you guys, like, those who can really see what, like, there is a lot of blood on this floor.
I'm still totally fine.
Not just the creatures and not just the Tejungi. You guys are hurt.
I got hurt from
I didn't
you
just take a
really
hit
on
this
the
entire
TJ?
fight.
I'll just use.
Rally?
I only took one.
I'll just use cure wounds on him. I've got plenty of spell
There you
slots
go.
for it.
If
Okay,
got
you
killed,
use cure wounds on him.
Yeah,
That's great.
with some grumbling.
I think he's got to be aware to use rally.
Oh yeah, she has to see you're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just go, wake up.
Okay, he heals 5.
All right, you give him 5. He's like,
You are an idiot.
Told you to get out.
I think I'm an idiot. As he pushes himself up, crack the back. You're walking in here fighting off this thing. You could have been killed.
And so, could
So-
have you?
Good of you.
I was already.
So you did?
I was dead one way or the other. You put your neck out on the line for someone you don't even know.
That's his fault. He's the idiot.
We were all coming this way anyways.
He started it.
I call it less idiocy and more concerned citizen.
So
Idiocy.
Idiocy.
Hey!
I like the fact that 2 of the criminals and the bard all agreed at one moment.
Concerned third party.
And for just a moment, we agreed on something.
It was small and it was fleeting, but it did happen.
Idiot, no idiot. One way or the other. I thank you. Puts his hand out to you.
I shake it.
He pulls you in, clunks you in the head.
You take 12 points of damage and fall unconscious. Max, roll. Please roll.
Make a Constitution save.
I'm just sitting there shaking my
Say,
head.
all I can say is, well, I might be sorry later. I'm not currently sorry.
Hey, Jungi. 8.
Yeah, he caught
Wait,
you. Fought.
Wait, hold on.
I don't, is your blade song still going?
I didn't put my sword away.
But did you stop singing?
Did you
I-
stop
Have been talking. So
13.
Okay. You don't get knocked out, but you definitely are woozy from this smack in the head. Yeah, it doesn't feel very good. You're like, oh, don't do that to me again. He's like, oh, sorry, soft skull, pointy ears. He turns around, walks over.
I lash at Caleb.
yeah, he kind of chuckling at Caleb.
Did I hear you say something?
I don't know. I thought I heard something.
So, what are we doing?
Going that way, apparently.
The other one.
Somewhere we can.
They're taken in to look for a fire forge. Oh! That sounds like fun. Fine. Where are we resting?
Yeah.
For once, I agree with the dwarf.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm totally fine. Let's just keep going.
Man, now I really
I
just
know
want to
they're
go.
short,
Hey,
but
Caleb, I
you
think
need
you
to be
have
more
something right
sensitive.
here. Let me check a closer look.
So, they talk about it. They kind of look. You watch. Credence pulls out. He's like, "Hey, we can look. Come here." And the 3 of them all group up, and you start to really see Taejungi become Taejungi amongst the 3 of them, discussing which is the best place to stay and yada yada, all the little things, and sharing some stories from some of the places over here that they've been, and eventually they get to a point where like, yeah, that looks like the best place. That sounds fine. You show us the way and we'll go.
We all start agreeing and conking our heads together.
I casually tried to get a good glance at the map because I'm a navigator.
It's a bit difficult to do so with the crowd of 3 Taejungi around it, but you kind of get a very light glance at it. Again, it's all inner workings of the mountain, written all in their own tongue, something you don't know, so it's like a little bit difficult to really follow. But yeah, and it's a really complex roadway of stuff too. Like everywhere this cuts and goes, and you're talking 1,000 miles this way, a few thousand miles this way. You know, it's a huge thing.
I make a mental note that I need to steal that and copy it at some point.
And suddenly we have 4 rogues in the party.
Yeah. All right. So, they agree upon it and they make their way. You guys, following on the cart, eventually making your way through these roadways. It goes from small, cramped spaces, just big enough for the cart and you guys to push through, to vast open areas. At one point, it cuts out into a place where you can hear a waterfall in the background. Those who have decent sight for dark vision can actually see it. And what else you can see is basically roadways cutting up and over this arching over another bridge, like suspension here. There's just roadways all throughout, just a spider web of roadways through the rock. All of them well put together. There's huge pillars holding things up. You're sure that there's probably something more than just the rock holding this place together, though, with how open it is. There's probably some magic here. If you can almost feel it, because this is just too ornate to be anything.
On a check?
Sure.
Or I could do the detect magic ritual. Or either or.
You're fine to.
Dude.
12 Arcana.
Just from basic understanding of magic, you're probably sure it's some sort of an abjuration type, like enchantment of some sort.
Okay.
As you guys make your way along, you do see that in these more ornate places, there are far more runes and such that are carved into places. All in a tongue you don't know, but you assume that's probably what's going on here. Nothing's glowing by any means, but it is more than likely some sort of a seal, not just a signature, and not just royalty or like those kinds of things. There's probably more to it as far as the design of the place. Following these roads around, it doesn't feel like there's a lot of sense to it, but it is what it is. You find yourselves crossing over a 50-foot drop on a 14-foot wide road. You're barely able to walk on either side of it. Most of you are like piled onto the cart, just like, I'm not going anywhere.
I'm just doing what Key's been doing on the horse with the dagger.
Yeah.
Give the horse light it needs to see.
The other Taejungi leading the way.
The light.
I can cast it again.
I just keep like as it goes, I just wave it.
He's like shaking it. He's like, work.
One of them turn around. All right, we're gonna go up here and take a sleep. This road eventually leads down, and then spirals into the heart of this area. That's where they say the old forge is. No one's ever been down there in a long time, though. That's the best I can tell you.
Ironically, it's also where the dragon lives.
Quite a lot of work to live in a hole.
Ooh.
You call this a hole? I want to know where you live.
Places you could.
They're too boring.
I live underwater.
I'm sorry.
I would be too if I had to live here.
Yeah. He just... Blah. Elves.
I quit your bickering.
Makes his way up.
I smell like a Scottish person.
I quit your bickering.
Fine, you guys. Home is where your rump rests.
And it's resting right
It's
here, right now.
Apparently, it's on this cart.
So
Right.
as this road leads up,
This is home right now.
you can feel, like, you can see now with the light that you guys do have, you are on the back side of that waterfall. You've been hearing it the whole way as this thing curls up around. You're up near the top of the waterfall, and it's just falling, creating kind of that, just a wall of water on one side, and then it's this carved in alcove where you're at. This is made to be a place to stay and feel a lot more safe. There's nothing that leads out, around, or behind. If anything's coming, it's either coming through the water at you, or it's coming up a road you know your places to protect, basically.
Rest here.
Hey.
Buenas noches todos.
I'll take first watch.
Puede descansar.
I'm just gonna trance.
Well, yeah, but if we all trance and take the 4 watches.
Yeah, but
But since
we're,
I haven't been injured at all, I'll take first watch.
we're also fully aware of all trance.
Yep.
Yeah, when you're trancing, you're aware, but it's not like you're purposely out for.
Right. You can't take a watch while trancing.
It's
Yeah, you can see if someone comes up to smack you, but other than that,
Technically, only 2 of us have
yeah.
8-hour rest.
I'll
Or
take
4.
second watch.
Yeah.
take first watch with.
I'm gonna sleep.
Which watches?
Me too.
He and I are gonna do watches.
Oh, I'm just.
Well,
I'm not gonna.
That's
I'm
the
completely
bad
taking
side.
second watch alone, which is not advisable.
I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna stay up the whole 4 hours, but I'm gonna stay up for a bit.
I would probably stay up while the dark elf is up because I'm keeping an eye on her.
Okay.
Do you not trust me?
No, not at all.
I haven't let you get killed yet, have I?
No, but I'm pretty sure you've almost gotten us killed. Not you might not have been holding the knife, but it's your fault.
I'm gonna
no
take
proof.
my long rest. I'm gonna resummon my familiar.
Have fun with that.
So during our watch,
Mhm.
thieves can't.
Since we have someone watching us.
Which I don't know these can't, so that's fair.
I'm gonna tell Julia about the book I read.
Okay.
Some of the things I found out about our old guild master was up to.
Okay. When he tells you this, it brings to memory some things that you've heard when you went growing up. There is a sect within the people that you grew up around that we're not strictly Hagor worshippers or followers of Besharan or anything like that. They are. You just remember them as the cult of blood and bones. Mostly because they believe that's all that would be left on this earth at the end. And that's what they lived for. And just some of the things that he's talking about reminds you of some of the ways they would talk and some of they would speak of. So I'm just gonna leave that there. You are staying up while these guys are up, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of the Taejungi that you saved, the one that actually got himself killed, stays up as well.
Okay.
And you see him going through stretches and some basic kata forms, the basic kata. Then he settles down. Elf, you don't all have to have this issue insulting one another.
Makes life so much more interesting.
Only if you enjoy hating one.
I don't hate any.
You don't act like it.
There's a difference between hating someone and finding them incompetent.
Well, that's the way you think. You need to stop and think about yourself too. In the end, you're a fae. You don't even really have any consequence with this world. You
No.
keep yourself pulled away. You're just as inconsequential as they are.
Perhaps.
You might outlive them, and you don't do anything. Human who only lives 30 years. It's far more important than you.
If I were awake right now, I might take offense.
Please, you'll be lucky if you make it to 30.
And that
How old
wee-
is your character actually?
Early 20s.
And that wee little birdie over there. There's an air of something far more dangerous to him than you, by far. Except for your broken head. I watched you grin at the shedding of blood.
Better them than me.
Aye? You shouldn't take pleasure in it. Survival.
I take no more pleasure in it.
Hey, I don't smile when I take my garbage out.
Then perhaps you just need to find more pleasure.
Maybe so. He goes back and just kind of begins meditating. Through you guys' watch, you guys make me a couple of perception checks.
Through both of them, or just
Give
the
her
first one?
advantage.
First watch.
Give her advantage.
Okay.
Yeah, you do
That's a
that.
good thing you can.
That's a 20, not natural. I rolled an 18. Plus 2.
Okay.
Oof. That's a 5. The Taijungi's distracting me.
You catch that something went over the waterfall, but it obviously didn't continue to go near you guys. But something did go over the waterfall that wasn't just water. Freaked you out for just a moment because it was a very large body.
No.
And there's the Umber Hulks we missed.
Sploosh.
Sploosh.
Underground river, not something you want to thought in.
When we trade watch, I do relay that to
Okay.
Nero.
Okay.
How far down is the water?
You guys have about an 80-foot drop at this point.
Livable.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it, but it's livable.
So long as the pool is deep enough at the bottom.
It's just something to watch out for, not to go look for. It's just
Giant
watch
waterfall,
out for.
shallow pool.
That would be so horrible. Yes! Splat.
Which then begs the question, man, how many exits is there for that much water to be dispersed at that rate of a downpour?
Yeah. No, I'm not saying that it's that shallow. By
With
any
my
means. That would
luck,
be
there's a
insane.
megalodon at the bottom of it.
I can smell
It gotta taste the meat it once more. I could tell. I was delicious.
To be fair, though, I was the one who found it.
But it ate me.
Yeah, because I got away. Anyway, so my watch, I guess.
Yep.
I might as well
Fight.
be watching as well. 'cause
Perception
I'm
check.
Summoning my familiar anyway.
Oh, by the way, for you, while you were
I was trancing.
you trancing in the first one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No dreams. Just trance.
Mm-hmm. I understand that there's no dreams. But- Yeah. While you are doing your trance, you are racked with horrific visions of the creature itself that you fought just a little while ago, ripping your throat out, eating out of your skull, having a
You'll
meal
find there's not
from your
much there.
having a meal from your chest, then proceeding to the rest of your party and slowly killing them. You also see your father in these visions, and you can see that she made a meal of him as well. In that process, what is it? You take 7. See, hold on, sorry. Yeah, so your hit point maximum is reduced by 7.
Oh. That's not good.
Yes.
Point maximum.
I know.
But were you weren't one of the recipients of her thingy?
No, I was.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
So technically, your hit point maximum got reduced by 2 because it lasts for 8 hours, and you guys would still have that plus 5. So your standard hit point maximum would be reduced by. Yeah. Technically, just for the meta of it, it can be fixed with a greater restoration. But
we don't have that.
It.
And I assume now we do our watches while you're summoning your familiar.
You don't get any rest out of it.
And there's the worst bit.
So wait.
Curses.
Maldiciones.
Okay. Second watch, you made your perception?
Mm-hmm. I did. Tay's still doing stuff.
Okay. Tage's
So I
perception
got an
too?
18, surprisingly.
Nice.
We're doing
Okay.
really good at watching for things.
Yes, you are watching for things very well. The Tajin can do a switch as well,
Mm-hmm.
and the other one stays and watches with you guys.
I got a 9. Wait. Yeah.
Okay.
9. Wait.
8. 8. Okay. All right. So with your 18, you guys are fine. You're aware of everything that's going on. The Tajingi that is there, sitting with you guys, like, so, what in the world brought a water elf, a high elf, a fae, a furbolg, whatever she is, a little birdie and a human and a fat cat together
Faceless Shadow?
to go looking for a forge?
I was in a stockade. It was kind of my only option.
Pretty awkward.
So all of these things walk into a bar.
Just took forever.
Actually, it's not too far from the truth.
Ah.
Well, you see, this is another job for me.
Mm.
A forced job as it might be, but a job.
He's paying well.
You're not there.
I guess he. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not there.
a job.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. The world does all this come from altogether. Never seen such smattering of races in a long time.
I mean, not the strangest I've ever seen.
He pays well.
You must. He looks like he's on money bags.
Yeah, curiosity, because I assume you live here. The people on First Watch said that something kind of large fell down the river, or fell down the waterfall. Any idea what that might be?
Nothing good.
I am still summoning my familiar.
I don't suggest that you be lighting any fires or burning it.
Congratulations, Tay. You didn't get a long rest. You don't get a familiar. You have an arch nemesis. And I thought I was having bad luck.
This is what happens when you try to be a good person.
Have you learned your lesson?
None of you are awake. Josh was the one saying that.
These are just the voices in his head.
Pain. Love it.
Listen, your friend said something went over the end of that waterfall, and if he did, he's going to be looking for smells that tell him that something's tasty to eat up here.
I'm sorry, just me as a person wants to take out one of the guns and just fire it down into the water. It's like, what does it think about gunpowder? I'm not doing it, obviously, but I want to really badly.
I'm asleep.
So
Untrancing.
let me guess. It's gonna be some kind of abomination that's
Buttering on the
terrible and yada yada.
They can be. That's why I suggest we be careful.
Hmm.
At least have my arcane cup. 2 level.
Sounds like you didn't sleep well.
Nope. For whatever reason.
What's bothering you? Bad dreams?
I don't drink.
Then what's bothering you?
Dreams.
You got that stick up your butt too far?
Careful if he ever takes it out. It'll be a +5 weapon.
I don't think Il's poop's that magical.
I don't know. I've seen him talk some mad shit.
Okay.
Sorry, that was a step too far.
Alright.
No, I think it was a step just far enough.
Alright.
We have found the edge.
Can't wait to jump off that one.
Line.
Dangler
No
goes
further.
over.
What?
Do I need to change it to an 18 plus stream?
Yeah, maybe.
Sorry. That's my bad.
Come on, guys.
Mom, Dad, I really hope you're not watching.
Alright.
Parental advisory. This show may include some sexually explicit information.
Oh my gosh, no. Anyways. Well, hope you get better rest tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Aye.
you could always ask the cleric to do something.
Cleric's asleep.
Yes, I realize that. I mean, for next time.
I have to ask, does Mittens purr in her
I am sure she purrs in her sleep.
sleep?
You probably got that little.
I'm also imagining she goes into like loaf.
Right.
Chubby mittens.
He has like the Master Roshi shell, but instead of a shell, it's a cardboard box that she lays out on the ground and then loafs in.
Oh my gosh. If I fix, I sit.
Okay, now for the mittens cat memes. I can have cheeseburger. All right.
Wait, Mittens, you're proficient in playing the piano, right?
Sure.
Yeah, so she's a piano cat.
Oh my
Old
gosh.
memes, oh well.
All right. So, yeah, you get that conversation. As far as you guys can see, there's nothing that's actually come up for you. There's no sunlight to say it's daytime or whatever. At this point, you probably slept through the day and it's nighttime again, to be honest.
It's rather boring not being able to see the sunrise.
You're in the water all the time anyway.
Yeah, you can, depending on how deep you are, you can still see it
Right,
outside.
but
And the
I'm
only difference
saying-
of seeing the sunrise is going to the surface.
Yeah, and you can live on the surface, so whatever. Anyway, yeah, so they're up and going.
Get
You
along
guys
with
got
us?
some decent, yeah, everyone but Caleb.
Why do we have
Sad
to
day.
invite stupid other children?
Hmm?
I'm complaining because I can't uncover my face because we invited 2 other people with the group.
I'm not saying anything. It's not in
Okay.
character.
All right.
Like, oh, be quiet.
Okay.
No, it was
So
gonna
you
be
guys,
something more along the lines of, we'd all thank you if you uncovered your face less. But
Oh, that's mean. All right, so
Sorry.
I still don't like you.
Credence wakes himself up here, and he. Well, I'm excited. This is the first time I think any of the Taejungis for a very, very long time have ever made their way down. I pray that this is the right road. You lead the way.
I have one question.
Aye.
I realize this makes you proud, but how do your ancestors feel about the group you're carrying down into this place?
Well, the forge was for everyone when it was made.
Sure, there wouldn't be.
I'll be running the bellows and making the swords. You just helping me find it. I don't think they would be very against that. In fact, to be honest, my people, my family, would probably be proud because they wished for more unity when the races went against each other in all of the civil wars that happened. It was not a good thing. We did not stand by it.
Everyone.
Sorry. Yeah. Well, let's get to move on. The other guys. Hey, let's move, I guess. Still hurting a little bit.
By the way, I just realized this, but what are your names?
This one's Stonefoot. What?
Nothing?
Got a problem with my name?
No, not at all.
Hey,
Okay, they laughed at my name too.
what is your
At least
name?
A mitten.
Well, that's fitting. Look at you. Little cute paws and everything.
I mean, how many cats do you know that wear boots? Wow, I can't roll for anything, but my jokes on point.
Doing good tonight.
What's the other one's name?
Sorry. My name's Garvin.
Sorry, I don't know.
I almost said Gavin, and I was like, that's not the right thing, and then I was like, Garvin.
That's what I thought you like.
Key walks up.
Key.
Nice to meet you. No, go away.
I think a step closer.
I'd keep an eye on your key rings when he's around.
Good thing I don't carry any.
Does he?
Does
No. I'm not deceiving you.
But is he?
But is he really?
Are they really?
Really? No. Alright, so he just turns and just kind of awkwardly walks away. This way, let's go. So the two of them make their way, leading you guys down. And we will pick up the stream. Now next week, do we have people missing?
I
Wow.
might be.
I will
Should
be.
we,
Connor and I will be.
Okay, so we're missing you two. You might be
Maybe.
gone.
Yeah.
So,
I should be around.
for the next couple of weeks. Wait, you're just gone 1 week? When you gone till?
So we're gone for 1 week, then we come back for a bit, and then on May 1st.
Okay.
May 10th, I believe. Is what
Yeah.
you
So
said.
if we're in between, so we come back before
yeah,
the
so
Saturday.
so the 23rd next week, they'll be gone. The 30th, they'll be here.
We'll
and
be
then
here, yeah.
The 7th.
Oh wait, we're
Okay.
streaming on the 7th.
Yeah, it's the 2.
Oh sweet, it's my birthday.
Hey!
Yeah, it's actually right
I
before
really
my
hope my
birthday,
family
too.
doesn't have any
Cool.
plans.
We'll be gone.
Mackenzie, when are you going to not be coming?
It totally depends on when I can have some restaurant.
Okay. So we'll work that out. For you guys, if you're going to be gone from like the 6th to, or the 1st to the 6th or something?
First to the 10th.
1st to the 10th, so you'll miss 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We'll be back for the. We'll be back on the 14th. So
So we'll miss 1 week.
You'll only miss 1 week.
Because we'll be here for the
It'll be
30th,
the 30th.
and then
You'll
we'll
miss 1
the
week.
7th.
So they're pretty much going about
we
every
could
other
probably
week.
figure it out. We'll just be a little bit short on some people. We may be doing we may do a one shot in one of those weeks if we're low, like if we're missing 3 people or something like that. We might do a one shot. We'll try to let you guys know ahead of time. We'll bring something fun and different with some brand new characters and things like that, so that we can mix things up and everything.
Brand
But
new world, I have something I've been planning.
yeah, so we can have a lot of fun.
Is it the stairwell?
Other than that, guys, thank you for watching. Those who are here with us that shared in the chat and played around with us.
The chat was actually very active.
Awesome.
We have my favorite person right now, Master Links, has come back for the 3rd week
Sweet.
in a row. We got
Thank you, Matt.
And 2 new follows today.
Great.
Who were they?
We have Awardable Storm and Skull Clean 420.
Sweet. Guys, if you enjoyed watching and being here with us, share it with your friends. Bring more people. The more people that we have together, the more we can have on chat, the more we can create a fun environment not outside of just right here in the camera spot.
All I can say is I'm kind of sorry. Proud of what I said. A little bit sorry I said it.
No, that weapon joke was amazing.
Anyways, follow us on YouTube. We post basically like 1 week behind so that you guys can catch up on everything. You can follow us there on Studio Nathan. Find us on Facebook. There's Forgotten World Adventures. Obviously, if you're already here on Mixer, you've got Studio Nathan. Click follow. If you liked what you're seeing, again, share. You can share via the YouTube or through the Mixer, either one. We love you guys. Thank you, and we'll see you.
Join us on the Discord as well for just.
Yes.
We have the Discord, so you can come. Most of us are on the Discord, so you can come chat with us, ask those questions, or it's just a general place to have a nice community.
Yeah, there's
going
also
around
gaming
this
stuff and things
other
that he
thing.
does too.
We will not have a showdown this Saturday because I will be out of town. 'cause it's
Easter
Easter holiday.
Saturday.
But on Thursday, we might be doing the Overwatch, thing. Talk to the Overwatch.
And with the new event, the Storm Rising and
We'll
stuff,
be
it should be
doing-
kind of
we'll
fun
be
to
playing
watch.
with that event on Thursday.
Yeah, cool.
So on PC.
Battle should be over by then.
Anyways,
So I
guys,
should-
like I said,
I
we love you,
can
and we will see you
be
next
well
week. Take care.
Bye.